Uh, okay. Let's see if we can get this working. Hi guys, hello me to everybody. It's me, Tony, and I did some more research. This isn't going to be a really long video. It's going to be relatively short. We have a live stream tomorrow on Lemmy's channel, and let me should actually be streaming this to my other channel. I forgot to switch on the high speed internet. Oops. Okay, so anyway, let's see if we can get this thing switched over to T-Mobile. Okay, that's better. So anyway, we found out the reason why the removing of the one video didn't do anything was apparently another video was hiding in the background. So I originally was going to appeal that, and it was because somebody played the song 10 seconds of a highly copyrighted song. Probably one of the people on the Discord. So I ended up basically just throwing my hands in the air and saying it just erased it completely. I just said fuck it, because it was a good show. It was a musical program that I had did. So unfortunately, what we're going to do is we're going to have to go through the fine tooth comb on the North American Snow Queen channel, which is our newest channel, of course, is also able to stream. I did not want to do that right now on the North American Snow Queen channel because I'm still working on it. Trying to decide how we're going to integrate that into the Welcome to My World channel. So I was really kind of unsure. I see two people on. That's cool. I wasn't too sure of how we were going to fix that. So I know, I'm not very exciting in my. It's not really like my fault. It's just that the system is weird. So how come? And this is an honest question. How come I didn't see when the warnings were coming up on the screen? Well, because I wasn't looking at that screen from YouTube. I was looking at my screen from CamTwist. And YouTube cannot send a response back to me on CamTwist and say, heads up, you're in trouble. No, it doesn't tell me nothing. It just shows my face or what I'm showing that's going out. It doesn't show what video is coming in. And that's because of a lot of reasons. Number one, the fact is if you were to show the video that's coming in and the video going out, it would even use more bandwidth than it does normally. Now, so it just, like I said, we got it working right now. But so we went through, we looked for every single video that we had. There was like about 5 pages of them. They had copyright claims. Some of them, they've agreed to share the monetization when we get monetized. Some of them have said, we're taking the lion's share. Obviously, when we did that performance of Let's Do a Sing-Along, that kind of had a lot of people wanting to basically had their hands out looking for content. So that's the reason why it was such a pain in the ass to fix that. Well, we did fix it. We got rid of almost all the videos. A lot of them we marked private. And so one of the questions is do you think it would make sense just to go ahead and just throw away all the old videos, all the old live streams, ones that unfortunately really don't get a lot of respect, as Rodney Dangerfield would say. And I really don't know because it's a good question. What should we do? I don't know yet. I really don't have a clue. Now, since there is no copyright strike or anything like that, and I was going to appeal the second group of videos, but like I said, nope, not going to bother. Just erased it. because it's easier that way. After all, there's no video. You can't exactly be out about it. So, we'll have to see what happens from there. That's all I know right now. I don't have any other idea of what to do other than just like I said. What's confusing when you're using the online live streaming tool like I'm using now is it's a mirror image of you. So which means what I'm seeing on my right side is seeing on my left side. So if I'm trying to look at this way here, I'm looking towards the camera. I can't see it with my eye because I can just like looking at. You can see, yeah, it's just confusing. But so as soon as the matter eventually is going to get fixed somehow, I don't know how YouTube is going to fix it. I did find the address in the fax machine for the legal department, and I'm going to might need to consider talking to a solicitor and actually have them write a message to the legal department and telling them that I did erase the videos in question, and that means that my account should be restored to full operational status. But even if it is, I don't think we're going to keep um, streaming live streams on my main channel anyway. Because the fact of the matter is that the main channel is just kind of a personal channel, and there's always been kind of a big mess of content that didn't seem to fit anywhere. The North American Snuggling channel would be perfect for the weather work, the convocations, and the things like that. Look in the world is more like for daily matters, like what's going on in my lives and things like that. That would make sense, you know. As far as what is the Michelle Marie Delaney channel going to be for, I don't know yet. It's just right now, it seems like I'm trying to find the happy compromise to make everything work. A couple people asked me on today's video. We're talking about my weight, and I wanted to talk about the weight because it's a great topic because of one reason. People have no idea what's going on with my weight. I am under the examination of a medical doctor. I have a medical team. I am tested and I do blood work every 3 months. I'm evaluated. I have medications I prescribed to help me with my liver and with my thyroid. And the conditions that I'm taking medication for became a problem since around 1999, actually. Well, 20 years. Okay. And so my health started to really decline. And one of the reasons originally first was because of underactive thyroid. Then the second thing that happened is then my doctor, upon examining other conditions with my thyroid, discovered that my liver was partially defective as well. So I ended up taking first one thyroid medication, then I ended up taking a liver medication. And he was concerned. He thought maybe I could have been borderline diabetic. So he put me on metformin, which works fine, except metformin is, also is being experimented with in the Australia and New Zealand as a age treatment for aging to help slow down the aging process. So I kind of got involved with that one as well, with the metformin to help reduce aging. So those two reasons I got on metformin. One was preventive, and the one was more or less cosmetic. The niacin or niacin was specifically to help give my body the niacin that it could not get in bread. It could not metabolize the niacin from bread at all. I could eat bread. At least I used to be able to before I discovered I was gluten sensitive. But even then, before then, I always found out eating bread always made me sick. So I just never really knew I was gluten sensitive at all. But so that was an issue. And so some people, obviously, one of the people on my channel on today's video, her name is Bonnie, is extremely supportive of me, which I appreciate very much. That she has taken the time to reach out to me and to uh, discuss my concerns with the community at large. I really appreciate your help, Bonnie. I much, much appreciate it. Unfortunately enough, for so many people, they may have a hard time finding this video because the practice is not on my main channel. Tomorrow, of course, we will be streaming on Limmy's channel at the regular scheduled time. And because of that reason, yes, we will be seeing a lot of people will be but Lummy had already said that given the fact that she has decided not to play music on her show, and she said this is the kind of crap that we don't need. As much as the musical people may love the fact that you can live stream on the show and you can play music, that's why I was thinking, yeah, oh, that's better. I was wondering why I felt like I had to be look like lopsided. Okay, that's better. So show, tomorrow we're gonna be talking about other things and we're gonna answer questions and providing how YouTube reacts to this show. What's funny because when I created the North American Snow Queen channel, given their own rules, right? You would think that since I started to create a channel, if the other streaming channel was suspended, that YouTube would have said, "Now hold on there. You want a live stream on a channel and you're already supposedly not supposed to live stream? Access denied." Well, that's not what they said. They said access approved. So wait, YouTube. You mean to tell me that after I created a new channel as an associate channel to my main account, and then you're gonna let me stream on it? How you doing? I can't find your new channel. Can you post like I can? Only problem is I don't even know my own link. Let me see if I can find you a link to it. Okay, give me a second here. First of all, I got a couple of channels. Okay, so the first one is http www.youtube.com. It's been approved. It's called, it should be easy to find it. It is called the North American Snow Queen. North American Snow Queen. That's the new channel. And so let's go to channels. Because that's the new channel. Channel. Okay. I got it. Okay. Yes. Oh, since they're all here, there was two of them. Huh. Okay. It's a great question. I don't know why it's not there. Let me go get it for you here. Michelle, you're in that channel. I am? You're in your world channel. Right. All right. So this is my welcome to my world, the North American Snow Queen. Okay. All right. So then I'm going to go over to view my YouTube channel, and then I'll just copy the link over here for you. Okay, so copy. Yeah, this will do. This should be all you need. This is the new channel. And so that's the new channel right there. And I'm gonna do is let me go ahead and put that in my Discord to go. And yeah, oh I admit I will. Facebook. All right. So first thing I'm gonna do is let me go over to my Discord page so people can find it. And I'm gonna have to do is figure out how am I gonna keep all these channels organized because I have no idea. Because we made so many changes to the system in such a short time. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Where am I? This is where is my Discord page now? You don't even know your own Discord page is. Do you know any videos page? How many things I got in my bookmark? Oh, here it is. Okay. All right. So this is. I'm gonna post this in my Discord page. Now, by the way, is this Discord page open to the public? It's supposed to be. Oh, okay. So yes, it's supposed to be. All right. So yes, there it is. That's the North American Snow Queen channel, and let me post. And also my Facebook page for my Facebookers because they don't know the channel either. So posting them on okay. Let's see. Okay, so okay. This is a new for NASQ. Yeah, fine. specific things. Command V, paste in. Okay, that way people know that. And then all I have to do is there you go. So that takes care of that. So let me go back to the group here. So let's see. Thanks, just subject. You're welcome. I do have two other channels. I'm gonna have to try to get all these channels organized because there's three of them. You got my channels. I'm just talking about my channels. My personal channel, which is probably gonna end up becoming kind of, you know, not quite as of a big deal. And of course, the North American Snow Queen channel, and also the Welcome to My World channel. So let me go get to my Welcome to My World channel. Let's see. Okay. Well, okay. You're terrible. Hey, wait, Michelle, hold on. Before you do anything, customize it. This is not the right channel. Oh, yeah, this is not the right channel. My God. Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay, so let me go to my Welcome to My World channel. All right, so why don't we subscribe to this one? This one. And okay, and what about Lummy and Finistra? Right, you're at it. Good point. LUMI Finistra. Lummy and Finistra channel. Yeah. Okay, there's the channel. And I'm gonna sub to you, and then we're all set there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to get as many people of this thing sorted out as I can because this is so many layers of things. So what we're going to be doing is, yes, now I got 4 subs. 4 subs. 4 subs. Really? Cool. All right. So, yeah. And what we're going to do is we're going to, I don't know if the North American Snow Queen channel is going to have a lot of live streams. I might. And the reason I'm not sure is because the only time really probably would be using this channel most specifically, the North American Snow Queen channel, would be is to cover things like duties regarding weather management and weather, including, of course, the convocations that happen every year, things like that, so that we can try to keep things organized. Welcome to my world in some ways makes sense for everyday streams, because they will be easier to keep things organized. My personal YouTube channel will continue to remain. However, I don't really know uh, how we're going to organize it. So, but we're going to work on it. We're going to work on it. And things like that. But tomorrow, we have a regular scheduled live stream, and it will be. I've already pasted the link on Facebook and things like that, and I have it right here. So let me go back and send you the link. This is it here. Let's see. This is it right now. This is going to be live tomorrow. Let's see, live in 17 hours. Copy this link. All right. So now I'll just copy this link. This link is for the next coming live stream for tomorrow. So for those of you who want to know where that is, it's just the link to get to it. So this will help you. Now, so that's tomorrow's live link. Okay. So that's where you can go and actually watch tomorrow's live stream for right now, because me and Lumi are still trying to basically organize things and trying to make things better than they were. Because it was just getting to become a real mess between all the things that happened. What we're going to have to do also differently is to do with the music videos. As much as some of the people would like to see us continue to do the music, what we both learned, me and Lumi and I both learned this, is that because of the way that YouTube is cracking down on small channels, particularly small channels, it's if a content producer decides that he doesn't like you, he can throw you completely under the bus, and there's nothing you can do about it. You're just gonna have to just basically gnash your teeth over the issue of the music and things like that. And it's really not a big deal. It's just it's sucky. Yeah, it sucks. It sucks. Okay, but that's the way it is. So for my channel, the North American Snow Queen channel, we're not going to have any music, but we are going to be talking about weather stuff on that channel. On Welcome to My World channel, originally it was started as a cable local public access channel to cover public access TV programs. And if you actively go through the playlist, you'll see a huge number of videos covering everything from politics to personal life to things like that. And I still want to do that. So we're gonna definitely be focusing on some of the more of the exciting stuff in the local level. I'm sure you'll get it all figured out. The benefit of multiple channels allows you to better consolidate specific topics and interests. Exactly. And of course, the other thing too is that, does anyone know how long? Me and Michelle are still trying to find the answer. If a live stream is blocked globally and she has no copyright strikes and she erases the live streams that are blocked globally, how long is it going to take before Michelle will be able to live stream on her home channel? Because right now she cannot live stream at all. It says her live streaming privileges were revoked on her main channel, which is her personal channel. And Team YouTube is totally useless. Yeah, Team YouTube isn't actually helping because I asked them, and they said, "Well, you probably got a copyright strike." I said, there's no copyright strikes. I just checked the status. There's nothing. And then, like, do I re-erase the video, which I was willing to do because it was crap anyway. Just erase the two videos, and should the copyright strikes be gone? I mean, not copyright strikes, but copyright blockages be gone, and then I should theoretically I should be able to live stream. How long does it take? Because I didn't know about the second video until I was just combing through my copyrights and I saw the second one, so I erased it. But I'm still curious because I really want to know how long is it going to take before YouTube will unblock it, so my ability to stream from my live channel from my home channel. Yeah, the thing is I know that they're saying is, something like, if I'm mad at any NASA, you couldn't afford it. Excuse me? Why don't you at least give us a human being I could talk to? I mean, even if it's a customer service office, oh, but they'll give this to the YouTube content creators. Like when I had YPP, I didn't lose YPP because of any fault of my own. They just, I had YPP until the apocalypse that happened around 2016, and then received a message. I think it was happening in March. They said in February, "Dear content creators of less than 1,000 subs, we have determined that you are not eligible because we don't think you're worth our time. Go pound sand. Sincerely, the management. As of the month of March 17th, your rights to YPP status will be revoked. Period. Until you meet 4,000 viewer hours and 1,000 subscribers. Otherwise, go fuck yourself. Have a shitty day." And that's exactly what happened to me. I originally had four, as of course, had less than that time. I had like 250. I got like 494 subs. But the point is with only 494 subs, I still don't have YPP. So I can't go to the YouTube Partner Program screen and go, "Hey," like if I was still in YPP, I could have gone to the email system and said, "Hey, what gives?" And I could have gotten a straight answer from a human being. And the human being could have told me, "Well, yeah, we got to fix the problem. But, did you erase the files? Are they gone now?" And I did. So they're gone. But no, the saying is this: "Well, since you don't have YPP, go fuck yourself. We're not talking to you." What? What did I do wrong? Nothing. It's just, you're just too small. Come on, YouTube. Originally, you were willing to work with us. We didn't do anything wrong. We actually were the ones who we're actually the ones that come bring people into YouTube because they want to watch the little guy or the little girl. They're not necessarily interested in all the headliners. I mean, some of them are, I guess. But YouTube, that's why the YouTubers Union was created, by the way. Specifically for that same reason. Because the YouTubers Union was created because even a bigger channel named George Sprave was growing very, very frustrated at how the little channels are being demonetized, having channels deleted, demonetized, and censored, including his own channel, which is the Sunside channel. And they're going to be having a meeting on October 22nd of 2019 in Berlin, Germany, specifically to discuss this matter. And I'm hoping, and so is he, and IG Metal are hoping that it's going to work out. But, they said, we don't know how YouTube is going to react. YouTube can basically say, "Well, thank you for coming. Sorry, we can't have you. Goodbye." In that case, then there's going to become lawyers going to court filing motions of discovery and lawsuits. Hopefully, he said, I'm hoping that it's not going to go there. Because, if it goes there, it's going to be a longer time to go through the European court system, including under the violation of the GDPR. That's the Global Data global data protection restrictions or something. It's a EU thing, as well as something called false self employment. In other words, it's also something that Uber has run into. False self employment, which is, are we content creators? Are we independent contractors? Or are we basically employees of YouTube? Because some of the policies sound like we're employees of YouTube and not independent contractors. Only see info on how to adjust the copyright claim if the video is still up. If you delete the video, I don't think you can do anything to reverse the copyright claim. Yeah, that's true. But I think in that case, it's just a 90-day thing, which that's the thing I don't understand, because according to one of the video they say is, well, you could erase the music or you can erase the video or the section of the video in question, and you should be able to get it restored. So I'm thinking is that if they were willing to let you erase the content and be reviewed again, if you erase the video, there's nothing to review. In that case, YouTube can rightfully say, well, there's no video here. So where's the violation? Can't hold someone accountable for a violation if the violation isn't physically here anymore. Actually, I'm sure it's still on the tape cartridge drive somewhere in the tape archives. But we'll have to just see what happens. Because like I said, I just found the other video today, and apparently it had sat around for a while. Or maybe it got put up around the same time the other one was. So I went through fine-tooth comb since that time and just deleted it. I was going to appeal it, but then I realized that it said that all the appeal would take up until November 10th. Oh, wait a minute. If it's going to take all the way to November 10th, what's the point of appealing it? Because if you're going to appeal it November 10th, that is right before Thanksgiving. It is right after Samhain. There's not going to be anything I could live stream for Halloween or Samhain. I won't be able to live stream for Thanksgiving, given the way that YouTube is working on my main channel. So obviously, I said, "What do I got to lose?" And I've ran into that before with copyright. The last time I erased videos, and they cleared the copyright, and the copyright issue was gone. So I'm sure that somebody or some software goes through housekeeping and checks that stuff remotely. I don't think it's necessarily a human being that goes ahead and types a command. I got a feeling that there is software that does this, because YouTube doesn't have enough people to sit there. Of course, I did go ahead and I did, erase it. So they really shouldn't be holding me my feet to fire right now. And this really shouldn't be. But we'll see. As long as my 2 other channels are okay, then I'm all set. Because my personal live stream channel is really not going to be used much for live streaming anymore. It's too complicated, and it's I already set the script up right now that we're using Limmy's channel. And Michelle's got to add a few more things to the system eventually. Yeah, we have to add a few more features. But we'll have to see what happens. But while we're at it, let's talk about something else. Something that's not specifically YouTube. It's about fat shaming, because I had one of my users or subs on my channel. My main channel, which I can post the link if you don't already have it. I think you do. Um, from today's video was trying to fat shame me because he said I wasn't doing anything to control my health. And I pointed out to him, actually two of them, that one, I'm under the supervision of a medical team that looks into my health situation. I have problems with a congenital liver condition I was born with, and I have a thyroid condition I developed as I got older. And in both cases, it's not necessarily because I was a fat, lazy ass wife that's sitting on a divan and eating, chocolate ho hos all day long. Which actually I kind of like ho hos, but I can't eat them because I am sensitive to gluten. So if I eat ho hos, I'm not going to be going ho 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 when I keep hitting the bathroom. Trust me. Um, so I just get really, really angry when people keep saying it is, oh, you're not doing shit to fix your problem. Wait a second. How can I fix my problem when I've been always had a weight problem even as a child? And I've always fought the battle of the bulge and I keep losing. And yet, let's see. People who try to shame others are usually just as unable to deal with their own issues. Don't worry what others say. Yeah, but it's still not fair to do that to somebody who really does want to be skinnier. But I'm just not. I guess I'm just not going to be skinny. I don't mean to be a fatalist, but I'm just saying I've been fighting the battle of the bulge all my life. I do sometimes suffer from chronic depression, especially summertime. I get reverse seasonal effect of depression, a disorder, and it's when you got also issues with your hips and your arthritis. It sometimes is really hard to go out there and walk around a lot. Now, I do not have a car, so I do not have the luxury of driving to the store. Somebody actually gave me quite a few packs of frozen corn. I didn't know they left a green bag of grocery bag full of frozen corn outside my door. Wonder who that was. But anyway, point is, I better put it in the freezer because it has to be frozen. Um, but it's just a rotten thing to do to somebody to sit there and say that because of their seeing them all as lazy, slothful people who don't want to make an effort to change their lives. When the truth is a lot of them have been fighting the battle of the bulge ever since they were children, and they understand the frustration and the sadness and the helplessness that it causes that. It's just sad. It's just a sad way to treat somebody. Um, as far as uh, this guy, one guy is telling me, well, you should not stop. You make sure you should stop eating cheeseburgers and pizzas. And I should not to eat that crap because, oh yeah, bread is all sugar and it gives carbohydrates. And well, my doctor said not to eat bread. He told me, he said, don't eat bread. Once in a while, you can get away with it. But if you eat it too much, you're going to regret it. You're going to be physically sick as a dog because of the fact is that the gluten in it, unless you use gluten free. If you use gluten free, you'll be fine. But unfortunately, um, it's more expensive and it's not really available in your area. So because you can't even get to the grocery store, so don't eat it. Yeah, exactly. And some people are, and you sit there and you're going, um, yeah, okay, So these two people, are telling me that I'm being doing wrong. Like one guy said to me, "Yeah, I told you you should stop eating the McDoubles. You shouldn't be eating plain double cheeseburgers and a Diet Cola." Excuse me, my doctor didn't say that. He actually said, "Skip the fries, please." Because they're carbohydrates, concentrates, basically. It's just French fries and potatoes. It's calorie rich, very dense calorically. Okay? Which is good, but, you know, trust me, I got a nice food reserve right on me. I don't even need to eat more calories to stuff my face. Um, yeah, I'm not as big as some people. I know that. And I have empathy for those that have a weight issue because obviously I do as well. But the main thing that irritates me to no end is is a lack of empathy from people. It is true that since the 1970s, actually goes back to the 1950s, but it's particularly exploded since the 1970s, when the United States U.S. Daily Allowance (USDA) was created. In the 1950s, the food pyramid was created, the basic four food groups that we all know today. The idea was we need to be eating certain carbohydrates, fresh grains, vegetables, fruits, some seafood, and to provide a proper nutritional balanced meal. Great. Except the only thing is a couple things that are a real sort of thing. Number one, bread is an energy source. It's like for your body, it's like concentrated rocket fuel. It's going to be something that's going to be needed to get you going, and to doing a lot of heavy energy density. It's very dense. The problem is, in the 21st century, with most people working in an office setting, the last thing you want to do is follow the USRDA recommended daily allowance for the amount of carbohydrate intake. Because the fact of the matter is, if you do, you're going to explode. Because it has not been adjusted since the 1950s to take into account the number one, that we are not actively working outside of an office, that we are often it was created when people were working in factories and actually were delivering products, and it doesn't meet everybody's requirements. For some people it's overkill. Clearly, in a situation like a person who works in an office and answers the phone as customer service representative, whatever, they're not going to need as many kilocalories. So you're going to be, let's see, the average woman can get away with as low as, I'm talking about those with some extra padding on them already, can actually get away with the average calorie intake of about 1,800 to 1,900 kilocalories per day. If you are going to be busy on a construction site, though we're talking about men and some women too, and you're constantly running around, physically running and walking and lifting and carrying lots and lots of things, you can easily use 2,000 to 2,100 to 2,200 calories a day at peak. So therefore, you then would need more caloric intake because you're burning more energy. Okay, it's just like your house, right? Like if you know, for example, think you the amount of energy you input from the house from the utility company, right? And obviously you can tell that in the electric bill. So let's say, for example, during the summer, you're running your air conditioner. So you're running your air conditioner more. So that makes your electric meter spin faster. It means your electric bill is going up. Why? Because you're consuming more energy to cool your house. Now, let's say it's in the wintertime. It's cold. Now let's just say your house has non-electric heat. Let's say it has natural gas or has heating oil or maybe even propane. And let's say that your electric bill in the wintertime is about 10 to 15% less. You could say your electric bill is going on a diet, right? Because it is, because in this case, the kilowatt hour intake is less. That is kilowatts per hour, just like it's kilocalories per day. Everybody in the United States just say it's calories. No, actually, technically, its proper term is kilocalories. It's just that we tend to leave out the kilo or kcal, and we just tend to go calories. So 1,800 calories a day is equal to 1,800 kilocalories a day. The food pyramid was developed to promote the multi-billion-dollar agriculture. FDA health was the secondary factor. Yes, actually, it was created by the American Heart Association. Actually, the American Heart Association created the food pyramid after one of the presidents had a heart attack in office. And it was decided that this one doctor who created the American Heart Association thought that he had the answer of how science could have actually prevent people from suffering from the deficiencies of the past. Well, maybe it worked at the time, but unfortunately, American people at that time were much more actively outgoing and doing things on their feet, whereas today that's not the case. The food pyramid by the American Heart Association really should be revised because it is flawed. It is not. It needs to be adjusted for the 21st century reality of how much food the average person is consuming in a day. So, what PragerU said, is regardless of what the American Heart Association says, to the dietary recommendations to the United recommended daily allowance, you yourself know your body pretty damn well. And if you know that you're pretty much a sedentary person, you know you're not going to need that kind of caloric energy. You're going to use a lot less. Your body also, by its nature, knows too. So, therefore, obey your gut. Your gut's going to tell you, okay, I need some fruit, I need some vegetables, I need my beta carotene. That's what your body is going to say. Obey your gut. Not some pencil pusher from 1950s trying to promote something kind of a flawed health idea, which it is. The food pyramid is a flawed system. It's not very practical, but it's not the only one that does this. We also have the same thing. Other countries have their own equivalents of that recommended daily allowances, and which is kind of irritating. So, well, right now we got another problem to discuss, and that is, speaking of the USDA, USDA has been caught with their pants down regarding the crops this year. The United States no longer has a grain store. We no longer have grain and wheat stores. Those are gone because all those were ended up being sold to other countries for food stock. With the short growing season this year and the short, both at the beginning and the end, the corn, the wheat, the soybeans, the oats, and many other crops have been devastated with horrible yields. And of course the USDA for a while was trying to sugarcoat it. Well, unfortunately, they finally had to wake up and look at the real facts, and they said, "Oh, we can't sugarcoat this." Let's be honest, we are in a deficit as far as crap goes. And so we need to be honest with the reality of what's going on. Oh, yeah, that's exactly what I mean. The crops are being hit really hard. Right now, with all the snow in crop growing regions, the crops are gone. They're done. What you could not get out of the ground before the blizzard is a lost cause. Um, it's not going to be ready for you. So um, that means that because we don't have a grain reserve anymore, and also we are short on plantable seeds, hybrid and heirloom seeds. That means that you and any other farmer that needs seeds for next year are going to be paying extra money for those seeds. Some of those seed corn, for example, was used for food corn because of obvious reasons, because there was a need for food. So that's going to screw everybody up. That's just going to just suck. I'm sorry to say it that way. It's just going to suck when you go to the store and you see how much expensive things are going to be. Right. Oh, right now they can't get the harvest out. In the beginning it was all because of excessive rain. Now it's because of too much snow, and there's more coming. That's not. That's my job. I'm the North American snow queen, but the autumn sorceress can also make snow too. So she's obviously he or she. I think it's a he. Is like I don't give a shit. I reject your reality and substitute my own, punk. So that means that everybody else is out there going and basically face palming themselves and go, "Oh, why you do this to us? Me? Why me? Why me?" Because in some ways, you're just like Jimmy Buffett says, it's your own damn fault. You actually got to realize that you put too much emphasis on saying global warming is the way it is, climate change, things can get super hot, super dry. Guess what? Well, the nature God gives you a big slap to the face and says, "Nope, that's not the way it works, honey." You're not going to get away with that. You're not going to get away with that. Thinking, no. The truth is that we have become so used to thinking, almost like the line from the $6 Million Man. We can rebuild him. We have the technology. Yeah, sure. But like in this case of crop growing, do you realize we still have to deal with nature? How come because there's no greenhouses. Most people don't have a greenhouse that's big enough to grow wheat or corn. So obviously, all of this is just an example of what I call stupidity, and on a couple of different levels. Okay, number one, how many people were raising corn for ethanol production, or high fructose corn syrup? High fructose corn syrup is really bad for you. Hi, Fame. What do you think you got? Yeah. Oh, by the way, yeah, you'll see that Mr. Pussycat has built back his body now. He's all nice and fat. He's healthy now. He's back to normal. Come on, smile at the camera. Hi, guys. Yeah. So he's getting his weight back. He was getting really sick for a while. Which I can understand. But yeah, absolutely. FC says, "How you doing?" Yeah, that's Fame the cat. That's the big white and brown cat. He's getting his weight back on. He's really getting it back now. He's really starting to bulk up again in a good way. Unlike Rusty, this cat was so emaciated that he was extremely concerned about him. He's improved a lot. FC. So here's what I wanted to explain. I explained this already to the other individual here, which is George. We're going to be creating 3 channels. This one is the Welcome to My World channel. This is going to cover everyday events. On in my life. It's called Welcome to My World, which means obviously it sounds like it is, right? It's like a biography channel. You get to see me, talk to me, get to learn about me. The second channel is going to be called the North American Snow Queen channel. The North American Snow Queen channel American Snow Queen related things. Okay, which includes convocations, weather reports, things like that, and so that's what we're going to cover with that with the North American Snow Queen channel. Right now, we're still streaming tomorrow on Lemmy's channel um, until we get everything organized. I found another video that was also blocked. A live stream that was blocked globally. I did not know about it until later on, and then I found it when I was going through all my copyright infringement videos, and I found it. So I erased that video. So theoretically, and then I went through and fine-tuned, comb, and looked to see if there was any other blocked ones, global blockage videos. I didn't see any. So theoretically speaking, there should be no reason why YouTube will not be able to reinstate live streaming on the main channel. However, I'm not going to be doing live streaming on the main channel because it just totally would confuse the hell out of everybody. Because rather, I want to start focusing on subdividing the system between different channels. So that's what we're going to do. And that works out pretty good for me. That's what makes it easier. So what are we going to discuss tomorrow? Well, honestly, I don't know yet. We're not going to be playing music anymore. That's at least not on a regular basis anyway. Maybe once in a while I might slip in something. But one of the things that we all learned from this with YouTube is that YouTube is backstabbing all the little guys. It's just the sad reality is that YouTube is backstabbing all the little guys. I mean, it sounds sad to think about, but it's true. They're just not wanting to show any love to anybody. Okay, do what you want. It's your channel after all. Yeah, I know. And but the thing that scares me is when YouTube says something like this. Look, if your main channel has been restricted from live streaming because either copyright strikes or because of copyright issues, you cannot live stream in any other channel, yada 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 yada. And yet, here's the funny thing. When I created the NASQ channel and I activated live streaming, we already knew that my main channel had issues. And they activated it anyway. And it's almost like their computer didn't at least go back and say, wait a minute, she has a main channel that has a copyright issue. Should we be activating live streaming on this channel? And it's almost like they're saying is, hell yeah, why not? So yes, I can live stream from the NASQ channel and this channel. You know, I would have thought they don't care either, but the thing is, they don't care about the small fry either because we were talking about this earlier about the YPP thing. Is that YouTube doesn't seem to realize that it's the small channels that actually people come in to see. It's not necessarily all the headliners. Sure, the headliners do get a lot of views, but some people like the small channels, like the small homegrown channels that cover small homegrown things, because those shows are the ones that are unique and are not going to be on a cable TV channel packaged somewhere in some community. And so before the apocalypse, everybody was like, even the little guys were like, we were creating content. Everybody was happy. YouTube was making revenue in. We were making a little bit of pocket change, and everybody was content. And then, of course, in the end, the advertisers started to complain and bleat like little sheep, complaining about how some of their content was being showing up on channels that they did not approve of. And it's almost like, wait a minute, why aren't you actually allowing the content creators to determine if who they want as their advertiser? Because I was getting advertising from companies I didn't even want. I was getting just as angry about that as a content creator because I was getting advertising from companies I didn't even want to have on my channel, including things like abortion clinics. I was like, what is this crap? My channel is a weather channel. Why am I getting videos about abortion clinics and real estate? I'm not interested in that. It was all because they won censorship. That's part of it. That's part of it. When you say they, do you mean the advertisers, or do you mean someone like Susan Wojcicki? If you talk about Susan Wojcicki, yeah, she wants censorship because she is one of those. I don't want to use the term, but fuck it, I will use it anyway. Feminazis. Okay, she's this feminist, left wing, liberal nutcase. She looks ugly as hell too. She's not very pretty. She looks like a butch. And you're talking to a lesbian. For me to call her a butch tells you something. So the point is that she said that she's basically has turned YouTube into something like a giant parking lot. It's almost like a mall that's losing all of its stores. It's like nobody wants to stay on YouTube anymore. The mom and pop shops can't afford the rent, and the big stores are not seeing the kind of customers to maintain profits, and so that the big stores are leaving the malls. And of course, the malls, it's just like the retail apocalypse. Everybody's leaving, and they're going to better the platforms. And that's the same thing with YouTube. It's this. People are not staying anymore. And the advertisers that are now sitting there and we're making kissies and big channels are like, we're not bringing in enough revenue. Of course not, because you drove all the small channels away. YouTube was built on the small channel, not these Hollywood big headliners. Yet you wanted to turn YouTube into this platform. Yeah, I know they are. But that doesn't mean that some lesbians aren't necessarily. I'm talking about the people specifically. And Susan Wojcicki is one of them. That is not necessarily a very nice or professional business person. As a business CEO, she has no real world experience. I'm a lesbian, so I'm not against lesbians because I am one. But I'm just saying it's that lack of business acumen. She has single-handedly destroyed a major platform. Of course, her superiors at Google isn't helping. See, that's the other thing. The Google platform, the Google alphabet, okay, wants YouTube to become financially independent in the sense that they want less money from mommy and daddy dearest to specifically keep the channel running. But guess what? YouTube is going to continue. Oh, Jesus Christ. I don't know who that is. Let me get him on here. The cop is on here. Okay. Yes, I hear you. Okay, Pop, I am on the show right now. We are live right now.
Wait, which show are you on? The live stream?
Yeah, I'm on a live stream right now.
YouTube or Facebook?
YouTube only.
Can I stay on as a guest speaker?
What's that?
Could you leave me on the line?
Right now you are on the show right now.
Oh, hey, good evening to everybody. How's everyone doing?
Well, right now we got 3.
I can't find it. Where the heck are you live? I can't even find it.
Go to the channel called Welcome to My World. I'll send you a link to it. Oh, man.
No one even watches that channel. Why the hell would you be live on there?
Because normally tomorrow we'll be live on the other channel.
Oh, hey, good evening to everyone, including Forever Consciousness AC and George Axum. Good evening to all the fantastic viewers. I hope everyone is doing great, and I'm sending blessings out to everybody.
Yep, those are the 3 people in there.
Did you see the gypsy woman I sent you?
Yeah, I did. I didn't get a chance to watch the video though yet.
She's another bold speaker. She's running for mayor of Jambol.
Really?
But I think it's the same as the situation in America. The minorities are shifting over their political views.
So you're saying about the political views in America, right? You're saying...
I'm saying the minorities are shifting over. Okay. The minorities are shifting over to the Trump-like figures.
Well, yeah, it's the same thing. It's the same thing that's happening right now with even the other channels too. I still got to finish organizing this thing. Oh, that's the North American Snorkeling.
So how's your day going, Michelle? What have you been up to today?
Besides going through my main channel and throwing a lot of unsavory content into the dumpster. Oh, yeah. Okay. That's pretty much what I've been doing. I was just throwing a lot of unsavory content to the dumpster. There was a lot.
You want to hear a joke?
There was a lot.
Want to hear a joke?
What I meant by that is just that my videos, there was a lot.
Want to hear a joke?
Oh, what kind of joke?
Why did the lesbian cross the street?
I have no idea.
To get to the other woman.
Oh, okay. So first thing is, let me give you a link to the live stream if you want to see it.
I just found it. I found it.
Oh, okay, good. I gotta get the link anyway so I can give it to the other people on the other show. There we go. It's just a link here. So,
right.
All right.
Enjoy Nature followed me on Twitter. Oh, thanks for following my Facebook page.
Yeah, I did say I would do that, didn't I? Yes, I did. I said I was going to follow your Facebook page.
Right.
Okay. So.
I have another company idea too. You know, there's this famous sauce. It's famous in Bulgaria as well as Macedonia, and it's called lutenitsa. It's made of tomatoes and peppers. I'm thinking of of starting a lutenitsa company as well eventually to sell to Bulgarian tomato sauce.
Okay.
This is in Canada.
Okay. We started out with the topic as you saw at the beginning of the video and the title.
So what's the topic today, Michelle?
What's that?
So what is the main topic of discussion today?
I explained in the video what it was. I said the topic was, let me go back to here. Full description says, some info I discovered of why my main channel could not live stream.
But what's the topic? Do you have an actual interesting topic?
That's the topic of this video. Let's live stream.
Seriously? I'm not. Is that what people really want to talk about? Why don't
We're
we talk
also
about
talking about agriculture,
spirituality?
season, and now the snow that is burying all the crops. And the farmers can't get them out of the ground in time. So a lot of the crops
What
end
do
up
both
going
of those
through.
problems have in common?
Well, they
What
technically.
do both of the problems you just listed, the agriculture and your YouTube channel, what do both of those problems have in common?
Simple. Stupidity.
But what else do they have in common? I'll answer for you. We can't do any fucking thing about them. There's nothing we can fucking do. And if there's nothing you can fucking do about it, why focus on it? We can only focus on what we can. Cooling that's taking place. The real reason it's taking place is spiritual. As humanity moves spiritually, becoming further and further away from their connection to the source, and from their connection to one another, and from their connection to nature and to God. As humanity declines spiritually and emotionally, we are, believe it or not, we are putting cold energy into the realm around us vibrationally, and that cold energy is manifesting itself as cold weather, if that makes sense.
What do you think, FC? Does that make any sense to you?
Does it make sense to you, Michelle?
Uh, no, it doesn't. And here's why. Because, Pop, first of all, is that human beings, but also, as I said before he came on the show, is that human beings have also been thinking that they were able to be superior to weather and we could do the impossible.
Right. Chemtrail, that includes chemtrails, weather modification.
Yeah, weather modification specifically. Yeah.
Not only that, you're missing a very important point, and I noticed a lot of Trump supporters are missing this key point. Also, the cars and the toxic CO2 emissions have caused a significant amount of damage, plus the deforestation and chopping down of trees have caused a significant amount of climate change.
Pop, the only climate change that's going on right now is global cooling. Thank you very much.
But it is climate change, and I will explain the science behind it. Even though people think that CO2 emissions are supposed to make the world warmer, which they have, they also open up layers in the ozone. And as the ozone layers are breaking
Pop, do
down,
you realize that the amount of CO2 is anthropogenically generated is only 0.0001%? That's
Can I
it.
finish my statement without being interrupted?
The point is that he even pointed this out even in the Paris Climate Accord. The amount of CO2 being produced by humankind is only 0.0001%.
Can I finish
over
my
the
point without
last
being interrupted?
past 20 years.
Can I finish my point without being interrupted? The fact is, can I finish?
Go ahead.
The fact is, I don't give a damn how much CO2 is being produced. The truth is, it is being produced. And there's a lot of pollution going out from the coal plants, the cars, the factories in China. All this pollution, especially coming from China, is damaging the environment. And I don't care how much CO2 that's coming out. The fact is, there is pollution coming out, and it is affecting the environment. And they have found ozone layers are breaking down. and cold air is coming in from outer space. That's why it's getting colder, because the ozone layers are breaking down as the colder air is coming in from space.
Wait a minute. First of all, I don't disagree with the environmental impact in China. I don't disagree with that.
And from America. Americans pollute a lot too.
Not as much as China is. They don't even have an environmental protection agency. Our environmental protection agency was created originally in 1973 by Richard Nixon, specifically for the purpose of making sure that we can get clean air and clean water.
I'm not against factories and jobs.
I'm not either.
But the main contributor is cars. People are so obsessed with cars these days. And I like cars too, I'm not going to lie. But cars are also causing a huge portion of the pollution and of the global climate change that's been going on.
No, not. By the way, here's another thing too you didn't realize is that carbon dioxide is consumed by plants during the process of photosynthesis to create carbohydrates and complex sugars that are used by the plants and then later consumed by us. So the plants benefit because the carbon.
That type of information is given directly by medias such as Fox News, which are funded by the large oil companies to disinform us. They want us to think
the carbon cycle is a fact of life. The carbon cycle is how things work.
But let me finish. CO2 has only existed for the past 200 years.
All right, that's it. I had enough of this crap. Guess what? I have to disagree with you 1,000%.
Wait, not CO2 has always existed. What I meant to say is cars have only existed for the past 100 years.
Pop, listen to me. Even you're talking about anthropogenic, you're talking about industrialized civilization, right? You think it's only mankind. What about all those natural volcanoes that are popping off right now? You can't.
I don't think.
Did you also know that during the Precambrian period of the Earth, there was more carbon dioxide in the atmosphere than there is now? Did you know that the Earth was actually warmer?
I don't think it's only mankind, but I don't think it's fair to blame nature, and I will explain why. Everything in this world operates on a metaphysical level. This world is not flat. This world is not round. This world is not even a shape of a potato, as some people claim. This world actually is a metaphysical shape, and it's an illusion. But our emotions, our thoughts, the way we treat one another has a direct spiritual effect going on in the world. And volcanoes are erupting left and right.
They're erupting left and right because of things such as cosmic rays affecting them. Thank God he finally left. Bye-bye, Martin. I'm sorry, I forgot I had that link open, so he's gone. Thank God. His argument is total bullshit. His argument is total bullshit. It does not make any sense. Okay, here's why. Number one, he's saying it's our fault. No, it's not. And then he says, the carbon cycle doesn't really exist because it's just created by some fun propaganda generator. The carbon cycle is a fact of life. Shall I give you some, for those of you who don't know anything from the earth sciences? Okay, here's how it works. Plants, with a combination of sunlight, take carbon dioxide and to photosynthesis converts those into sugars, which we eat. Now, when we eat plant products, of course, we also eat animals too, but you eat plants. Right, so let's just say it's just us right now. Leave the animal side of it right now. So now we eat plants. The plants, okay, we exhale carbon dioxide, and we also excrete other products that we did not digest, which goes back into the soil, and then they begin the process all over again of making uh, the sugars that we eat. Oh, and by the way, as a plant makes through photosynthesis makes those complex sugars into the foods that they need, they produce O2, oxygen, that we need to breathe. So there's a cycle, okay? It's from plant to ground to human, from human back to plant. It's a circular pattern, and it is a natural cycle of life, as it is. You cannot live without plants, and you sure the fuck cannot live without carbon dioxide, which is needed for the plants to make the breakdown during photosynthesis into complex sugars. The things you have to study. Oh yeah, I know. Uh, it just I had forgotten I had escape was open as I was clicking on something. But yes, the show is better. I hope to God we can get more people on here, and I hope we can get more people to like the show. This is. I'm surprised YouTube didn't throw us out in the curb yet. Maybe YouTube will leave us alone. I don't know. But the thing is that his bullshit doesn't wash. It doesn't wash at all. Number one to say is that, oh, we should give up flying planes. I don't think that's going to work in the 21st century economy. You're going to fly, period. Do we have to fly on a jet plane? Well, it's just like this. Oh, give me a ticket for an aeroplane. I ain't got time for fast train. Yeah, trains are good too. But you know what? They're coming up with new plane technology of like a solar flying thing. That's basically solar panels on a plane. But as we found out from the new 777 Dreamliners from Boeing, the problem is lithium-ion batteries on an airplane is bad juju. But the idea is that you can fly in a plane, charge your batteries with solar cells, have a couple prop engines like you see on a drone, you can see on a drone, that actually allows you to fly. And then, of course, the solar panels would charge your batteries. Doing the nighttime, you can fly. That's great. Wonderful. But it ain't going to be no 600, 700 miles an hour. But it's just going to be sucking if you seriously got to go from point A to point B in, say, a period of about an hour by modern plane. This would be like flying back in the old days of turboprops. You're going to be going maybe a top speed of maybe about 300 miles an hour. And that means that everything's going to take twice as long. How many people are willing to accept that kind of a penalty? I don't know. Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez is talking about the Green New Deal, which unfortunately basically would have been suicide. Inexpensive. Oh, we don't need global socialism. Come on. Look, what we need global realism, global common sense. I don't even believe in a global anything. I will tell you why. Because once you start getting a administration controlling somebody on the global level, they are totally disconnected from the small local communities that they're supposed to be regulating. It's the same thing right now with the United States. There are people and politicians in Washington that know nothing about some of the jurisdictions in their home territories because they're too small. That's all those people are like in a small heartland of America that may be worried about the corn crops. The guy out there in Washington, D.C., he's talking about highways and talking about building a new super manufacturing plant. when the local farmer is saying is, I need help with my crop, not worrying about how to build another business to make more computers. That's the problem. You can't dismiss that the local level is going to be the thing that is going to be key. If you can't focus on the local concerns of the people, then you're screwed. And FC says, hi, Ben Mateo. We need universal basic income. Okay, I will go there. Yeah, UBI is kind of becoming a necessity because the thing is that thanks to manufacturing and mass production, you can't. It's just not enough work for everybody. Martin says, Message retracted, message retracted. Raise taxes for the 1%. I tried that in Connecticut. You know what the 1% did, don't you? We're leaving. We'll move out. Go kiss my ass. I'm not staying here. I'm not paying that extra tax. Fuck you. We're leaving. And they leave, and then they don't stay. And then, of course, the state of Connecticut goes, oops, they tried. Well, what do you mean you tried? Why didn't you work with me? He has money. He's also the guy who hires the employees that you collect income. You basically told him to go pound sand. Now he's not going to stay. That's why he's closing his factory. That's why he's laying all the people off. Now they're collecting welfare because of your stupidity. That's not exactly the solution to the problem. It really isn't. It's like, oh my God. It's like, it's like these governments sometimes they don't understand. It's complicated, but it's basically what it comes down to. FC says the problem with UBI is that the elites will raise prices on goods and services, groceries, utilities, gas, which makes them money. Yeah, exactly. But pretty much meaningless. It's already doing that now. And that's what you look like. Every time the cost of living goes up in Social Security disability, the landlords charge more in the rent because they can get more. Not really. If you think about it, it's really the same level. Actually, okay. Donald Trump is a socialist too, and he doesn't even know it. What? He doesn't seem okay. Well, you know what? Here's the thing with Donald Trump. Okay, in some ways, he's a little bit like the former Whig Party, a little bit like the Whigs. But the thing is, he's not against protections and tariffs, especially since the major currency manipulator is China. China's fucking us up. To accept and embrace socialism, let's see. But what happened? They have people in the court. Okay. The thing is, socialism as it is, and it's been proven in many applications, it's not exactly a perfect system. Okay, I'll be honest. Democracy, capitalism isn't exactly perfect either. Neither. I don't think there's any one system of government that is specifically the best for everybody. There is got each person, each country has developed a system that has to meet their needs. What may work fine for a small country, say Cuba, or even Finland, isn't necessarily going to work for the United States, or even a bigger country like Germany. It's going to basically have to be tailored to what works best for that country itself. So for some people, socialism may work out great, and other countries, socialism would not work out well. In the United States, we have been raised to be hardworking and to achieve by the sweat of our own efforts to achieve greatness. And that's why it's so important to understand that the American work ethic is what drives this country. Um, FC says socialism equals the NWO ultimate goal. Yeah, they want you dependent on the state. Oh yeah, speaking of dependent on the state, look what's happening in the state of California right now. Today they're supposed to be getting all the electric back on from the Pacific Gas and Electric. But during the power outage, the people of California are not even allowed to have gasoline generators or propane generators or diesel generators, even if they are installed by licensed electricians, because it's town and city ordinances. In the city of San Bernardino, natural gas is no longer legally allowed to be installed in new homes because of a town ordinance. This is again where they are now putting people to be dependent on a centralized utility called Pacific Gas and Electric, which is already bankrupt. Where's the logic in that? There isn't. Instead of basically encouraging people to become self sufficient, they're trying to basically put everybody on the mandated requirement of having to work with a Pacific Gas and Electric, which is the hell out of everybody by turning the power off, concerned about wildfires, which is partially caused in part by the state's own improper forestry regulations. It's something to think about. Um, right, exactly. I do agree with you on that one. Um, Pop, you're not winning. You're not winning. And the truth of the matter is if socialism in any form was as good, then we already would know that the Soviet Union would still be a socialist country. We know that um, China would have stuck with its strict socialism. Instead, it's turning into a mixed socialism and democracy, which is a mess, but that's my opinion. And the thing is that, well, pure capitalism, which the United States is not, it is not a pure capitalistic country. It has government oversight. In a true capitalist society, there is no government oversight. Okay, but that's because the United States has not been a true capitalistic society since at least 1830 or 1850s. That was when it was last time was a true capitalist society, and something to think about. Um, let's see. It says she chooses to ignore your messages because she's smart. And besides, I know you and I are going to probably be covering them on a later show. So you tend to. I don't. I don't see the logic to your argument, Pop. I really don't. Um, it seems like your argument has more holes than my steel calendar does. It's just flawed. The logic is just totally flawed. It doesn't make any sense. Um, Sorry about that. It's just true. True socialism promotes hard work. My homeland, where it was socialist people who did not work got the star, but 98% of them had jobs. Yeah, I just did. Don't really waste the time. Democracy is like socialism. To be honest with you, neither system is perfect. The difference is that under democracy or under true capitalism, you can basically work extra to earn more money to receive more goods. Whereas under socialism, everybody's paid the same amount of money, regardless of how hard you work. And that sometimes is where people complaining about the welfare, right? They say, oh, well, why should I go ahead and work if I'm going to be making the same amount of money that I can be making basically just sitting on my fat ass? Well, guess what? That's exactly why. In countries where socialism is the way, people don't feel motivated to improve. You have to work hard. You just basically just show up, just make so many whatever's you're making, and then you go home. No matter if it looks extra good and extra shiny and extra awesome, it doesn't matter. Take a look at the East German car like the Trabant. Holy crap! You know what that car is made out of? Made out of clothes. It's actually made out of jeans. It doesn't even know what little steel it has is actually used in the underframe. The actual body panels are actually made out of recycled jeans. It's a 4 cycle engine, 2 stroke engine. That basically is hard to start. Basically, um, had a very simple gear shifter on it. I just found out about this car from watching car channels, and it's a disaster. And people bought them because in East Germany they were cheap. They were the only choice you could get. Whereas in the United States, you can buy any kind of car you want. If you want to spend more money, you can spend more money. If you want to spend less, you can spend less. Socialists worked in many countries. In small countries, it worked in my homeland. 60% of the citizens want it back. Yes, I know that. Jesus wasn't even real. Jesus was real. They found his ossuary. He's real. It was real. It was a real guy. I don't know if he would necessarily support true socialism, but he uh, he certainly was concerned about the well-being of people that he was walking around with and the multitudes. In fact, here's another thing. Did you ever realize that in countries that are truly socialist, that there is no deep inspiration for us to help our fellow men and women that are struggling in their lives? It's because they keep saying the system will provide. Well, unfortunately, in some cases, the system doesn't provide at all. And so the resources that they would have needed are not available to them. In countries that capitalism rules also have a very strong faith system as well. And some people will take the time out of their lives to help another person in need. Not because the government says they have to, but because they feel it is their responsibility to help fellow mankind when that's what they were taught in the scriptures. Of course, if you listen to the song from My Fair Lady with just a little bit of luck, what does he say? The Bible says to help thy neighbor and family, right? And then he says, and then it talks about how he says, if but by a little bit of luck, you're not home when he's knocking on your door. The reason why is because the whole point is some people don't even want to help each other. Well, then again, you can see what I've seen. I can't really particularly blame them. Um, I think that there's a serious lack of education when it comes to the reality of socialism. That's my opinion. Okay. I'm not going back up to read anything, Pop. Because in this case, the whole point is that when we started with on this show was something that versus capitalism real quick. All right. Take a look at what's going on with the crops. And we were talking about the crops. So let's talk about that. Under the socialism system, the farmers are not actually encouraged to try to do a better job of raising a crop. They are given a fixed amount of stipend, not so much to improve their crops, they can't get increases, but rather because it is what the government gives you. Let's say, for simple argument, let's come up with a number. Let's say they say, okay, you raise a crop and you get, say, for a total yield of the crop of $20,000, which that's before you add subtract your amount of your fuel for your tractors to the running and testing equipment, machinery, whatever. So let's say gross, we'll give you a government check for 25,000 US dollars. And then, so let's say you now are told you're going to get $25,000 regardless if you grow 100 acres or yeah, I'll just throw the 5 because I'll still get the $25,000. Right. However, in capitalism, it doesn't work that way. In capitalism, the government it says, look, for every acre you plant, we'll give you $5,000. So that means, well, that's actually it's a little more than you would normally get, but the point is, this is a number. So you say, fine, I can grow 5 acres of crap. I make $25,000 before my expenses, and I'm happy. Oh, wait a minute, I got 10 acres of land. Gee, if I'm going to be paid $5,000 a piece per acre, I got 10 acres. I can make $50,000 revenue. Awesome. So you start to realize you can plant 10 acres of corn instead of waiting for some government mandated to tell you that you'll get 25,000 even if you grow a fucking acre of corn. You pick out which one would you. Oh, if you're lazy, you got to go for the cheap one. Oh, I could grow $25,000 just to basically just plant one plot of corn. Well, fine, but that doesn't mean you can't improve yourself because you'll automatically be stuck on that system. It's called fixed income. Don't I know personally about fixed income? I want to rock with you? What does that mean? Read. I am reading some of this. I want to stop. I probably will be reading it later. I mean, the point is here. Point I'm trying to say is socialism is not going to work for everyone. Capitalism does not work for everybody either. And that there's got to be a kind of an in between. That is, for some people, a combination of socialism, capitalism combination. I don't know what the hell you would call it, but obviously some countries have it. Where for some people that works, and for the countries, and they're happy. But like I said, we're talking originally about globalism. I'm going to talk about that real quick. If you're going to talk about globalism, what does not work is the idea of a top heavy administration sitting like in the United Nations and discusses and determines policies through Agenda 2030 of how it's going to affect everybody, including the small farmer in Kalamazoo, Michigan. Because the bureaucrats have no understanding of what is going on in the farmer's life in Kalamazoo, Michigan. If he had a local political person that served his local government, he would have a better voice to speak up about what he is concerned about. Globalism shuts that voice down. It does not give him that voice. And that's serious to think about. Oh my God, he changed this. Talk about a two-face, right? He went from blue to red. Oh, okay. I can do that on this channel. Sure. So if I can do this, let's screw this up. Yeah, I'll go. Let's see. Yeah, how did I do that on this thing? Oh, there you go. Wrench. No, don't. Okay, come on. I might have to do it later. Add moderator status. There you go. Yeah, he's getting to be a little bit ridiculous. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. It's just ridiculous. In fact, this is what he's saying. Look, we haven't had a good show in a while. This has been a good show. I think today was actually a pretty good, nice surprise show. It was a good show. Well, you could tell him because smiling. Okay, hey, you're smiling today. So anyway, the point is that's where, like I said, the globalism does not work because it totally strips away the voice of the local person. If you have a system that's balanced, hey, more the merry. I don't know about that. I won't. I don't think I really go there. I don't think. Screw you! I'm not reaching you. You're just gonna have to take your lumps. You say we should all be equal into socialism. Well, guess what? You got to have to deal with your supervisor. He's gonna bust your balls big time. Sorry, Conrad, you're gonna get your little butt kicked. I have to. So the point is that I've talked to Pop. We've had conversations about things that I can't discuss here because they're personal. But we've had conversations. But one of the things that he suggested is he said, and I do agree with him on. He said, "Don't bother to take phone calls anymore because they're just total train wrecks when the phone's ringing," and that's true. But at the same time, I don't know if I don't know what has he done for the show. He's been good for filling out for dead air. Yeah, that's okay. That's true. But he's been there for that. But no one ever actually had a one-on-one with him. And that's what we need. We need to have. If you're going to have one person on one side, you got to have the other side too. Because you can't. Otherwise, if everybody's saying the same thing, that's not a dialogue. That's just basically a monologue with just multiple people talking and flapping their gums. It's like preaching to choir, But if you had 2 or 3 people and they were getting on the channel and, you know, point counterpoint, that's more fun. People are gonna love that because they're like, yeah, this is more exciting. Point counterpoint. I love point counterpoint. It's fun. Of course, it's great for debating. Um, makes women a good. Okay, Mateo. Yeah, let's see if I can get Mateo up here. Let's see, where's he? Here he is. Okay, right now I'm finding my phone, my computer's running a little slow. I gotta be careful. Okay, I just gave him a wrench. Did you mod him? I did. Yeah, yeah, I did. Okay, so Mateo also has a wrench now. Um, but we're not gonna go. We're not going to go wrench crazy. Okay, we've already had enough problems on my main channel. I don't need to go through that again. We'll have 2 mods. Oh yeah, Rachel gets wrench too, cause she mods the main channel. But right now she doesn't even know we're on this one. She'll work anyway. Um, huh? Politically speaking, as long as you basically understand that there are boundaries, no one's going to do anything to you. It's just that. I have the home field advantage. This is my channel. I have the home field advantage. Um, if people respect each other, I don't want to have to basically kick and boink anybody out of here. I just basically want to have a good show, a good discussion. We're having a good discussion. And I'm in a good mood. So don't fuck me up. Right, Mr. Cat? Yeah, you get the idea. Ooh. Yeah, he's in a good mood. Mr. Kitty has gone free. He's got his fur back. Yeah. He's a happy pussy. He's a happy pussy cat. Of course, I don't have my microphone on my top. So if you notice, I like research lines about my sound. You notice I'm just using this microphone that I am making sure that cat doesn't yank the plug out of. So if you want to replace, it suddenly goes silent, and you know why. Um, if she says that was an accident for sure, it happened to me before. Oh, the kitty Michelle, looking so healthy. Now he is. Before he looked like death warmed over. He had he was really emaciated. And I started getting sick in June. I think it was after Dusty took off. It really took a toll on him to the point where he didn't care anymore because him and Dusty were very close. And so he wasn't eating. He wasn't really drinking much water. He just kind of like he was almost like he wanted to basically to just die because he felt that he lost his friend, and he did. But we don't know where his friend is. But I was able to, because of my compassion and love and kindness, I showed him that he's still loved and still cared for by a lot of people. Yeah, but I gotta still read the screen, cat. All right. It says, how do I do that? Was accidentally for sure. What'd you do? How do I undo that in mobile? Oh, what'd you do? You deleted. Okay. How do you? Oh, on the mobile? I don't really know. I know what it is. When you do it on mobile, if you tap on the person's name, it'll pull up a menu of things you want to do to them. Kind of similar to what happens on the desktop. So if you wanted to say make, well, I already did, but this is an example. If you wanted to time on Martin the King, you would just tap his name, and then it'll pull up a list of options like timeout, kick, block, um, hide person on channel. As far as undoing it, honestly, that's the one thing I never really did master. But I guess theoretically, I guess you can undo it. I don't know. I've done it on the other computer screen. This is not the way I normally do my show, so this is all new to me. Yeah, it's also a little bit. It's a little laggy. It's a little laggy, but here's why. Because I'm using this to stream today. Because my internet, uh, sometimes my home internet gets pretty crappy. So this was easier to stream on my little Wi-Fi device instead of trying to stream on through T-Mobile than it was to stream through Frontier. That's why we're using this right now. So um, you can't. That's just it. You can't. That's a timeout. Okay. I mean, you know. So yeah, just let the timeout run out, and then once it runs out, you'll be back making trouble again, and then you'll wish you wanted to do something more serious at a timeout. uh, um, it says, I think he's alive. I honestly think he is alive. I think he found another home. Um, I do not get the impression that he's dead. I got the impression that he found another home on Earth. He's found another family. I don't know who, but I think we will see Dusty again. He probably found a girl cat to basically to have his kittens for him. Um, because for some reason, are we playing Whack Control now? Yeah, Martin, just behave. Jesus Christ. Like, why do you have to be like this? Um, he's not bullying, Martin. Yeah, Whack Control. I play it all the time. Speaking of that, it's another network they got to clean up is the Discord. Eventually, but the difference is that Discord has been. I haven't really been watching much of my Discord. I set up some new areas for adult content, but I haven't really done much in those areas. I did ask if somebody would like to manage them, and because I didn't want to have adult content in the general area, so we got that out of there, which was good. Um, 3 weeks, one totally a fear, but well, I don't know, Pop. I don't exactly seeing a lot of people exactly taking your side, and right now there's two, just not three right now. So the honest person was not me. It's a bot. You seriously? I'm not going to argue about that, Pop, because I don't know. That's a good question. Only you would have a bot called Martin the King. You've done some from my page. I don't disagree with that. But right now I'm not necessarily out to attack other people. I'm just saying is that their view of socialism in some cases is not exactly going to work. That was what I was trying to say, not to attack you, the individual, but to say that some of the concepts of socialism do not work on a global level. Kind of think of any globalist government doesn't work on a global level. Look at the EU, same problem, right? Big conglomerate of a government that basically has a lot of top heavy politicians that basically go ahead and dictate policy, and unfortunately, in the process, allow their underlings to basically screw everybody else in the process. Not good. Not good at all. So I want you to know that I pray about you. I want to give FC your gift when he sees you next. What's your favorite colors? I can make you a bracelet or necklace. I like blue, purple, coral. This is coral color. Um, I love things with a snowflake pattern. I love white. Of course, we all know white gets dirty pretty easy, but I do love white. I like black as well. Uh, because it's funny, I just don't like yellows, and I don't like orange. Because I don't think the yellow and orange. Say, she says Michelle is bullied no one. She speaks the truth. Michelle, we all know he is a troll and craves attention. I'm sorry your disability has been unable to scan him at times, but someone needed to tell you. Yeah, I know. I do notice it now. I've been noticing it for a while. Um, I think, but the reason why he's doing that is not just because he wants to troll, but because he's isolated himself. From talking to him in private, I do know that there is definitely a bit of an isolation issue, which has nothing to do uh, with just what he does on YouTube, because of his personal life is, uh, well, he's by nature he's a social butterfly. He's an attention for him. He's a Scorpio. Okay, I'm an Aquarius. Now, if you ever study a Scorpio mindset, you would understand why he does what he does. As Aquarius, they say Aquarians are basically from outer space or aliens, ETs. I swear to God, it's true because every time people get to know me, they think I'm kind of strange, but I'm really not a bad person, even though I'm an Aquarius. They can FC. I will send you a link to that video I'm talking about from the Try Guys, where Eugene talks about the different zodiac signs and what he says about Aquarius versus Scorpio is quite fascinating to see. You will love it. I know you would. Mark needs to learn how to be a contributing member of society. Pitting off others' disabilities is pretty pathetic and is about as low as one it gets. Bottom of the barrel low is what I'm getting at. Okay. Well, I think Martin can be nice. I think, honestly, though, FC, I think Martin can be a nice person in the right circumstances. I think he has some good potential if the right circumstances were present. But, and that's the problem, is where the but comes in. And that is because he hasn't really had a chance to find the right circumstances where he can be in his best situation. But I do believe, honestly, that he is potential to do many, many great things if he can find the right circumstances to be successful. I mean, that surprises some of you, but I don't see Merton as necessarily as public enemy number one. I think he has some talents in the right areas. It says God is watching these lists. What is it? Martin, there's no lies against you. In one sense, I basically was saying something that was actually complimentary to you. Think about it. I think you do have a talent. It's just that you gotta find the right avenue to make it work. Yeah, I can hear my cat's get his hairballs again. Ugh. So he will end up back here on Earth because he's clearly not ready to send in time of death. Probably. But me and Lemmy are voluntarily coming back to Earth next life. We've chose to come back again. Well, actually go to another dimensional plane of Earth. Because we want to go back to the Victorian era. We want to go home. We want to go home. To the time that me and her both miss. The equivalent of the 1840s. We can talk about that too, but just thinking is that we have already wrote our life chart. It's already written. So, there, Michelle, ask Vera if what these people say is true. She'll tell you that. Martin, I know you're not that bad. I don't even need to ask Vera. I already know you got potential. You got the potential. But you just gotta find the right place to use it. That's the problem. That's really different because I'm not saying you don't have the skill. You got the skill. You got the potential. But just like if I put a seed in the ground, if the ground is not compatible with it, or if the air is too dry or whatever, the seed will not germinate. It will not grow. But if I put the seed into the proper place where there's the right amount of moisture and just the right amount of warmth, the seed will grow into a beautiful flowering plant. You need to find your appropriate soil for you, the seed. And the problem is I don't know if you know where that is yet. But you'll find it. I already told you that. In private, you and I discussed about this, about different people that we know it. You were asking me about. Once you find your proper niche, once you find that which is going to make you successful in life, you are going to achieve many great things. But I don't think you found your perfect plot of land yet. But you will. You will. He doesn't. Yes, he has skills. See, that's not entirely true. That's not entirely true. He does get skills. He has talents. He has skills. What he needs help with is to utilize those skills to achieve maximum potential. Very different. We're not saying he has no skills. He's got skills. He just needs help to reach maximum potential. He's not ready. Blah, blah, blah. Okay. Mateo says, Martin, you need to focus on bettering yourself. You clearly troubled and painful to watch. You're very young, still see the world, work on self growth. You know how. Yeah, I agree with that. He knows how, but decides darkness. Well, God will God will not hold your hand or wipe your ass for you. You must take charge in your own life. Actually, God will sometimes help those who cannot help themselves. It's, in fact, it's one of the things that Jesus said is that a healthy man does not need a doctor. That's one of the things that he said. You know, so yes, if there's a need, he and through his Father will help those in need. They need help. Um, because those are the people who need help. Those are the ones who need the doctors, the helpers. And if those people in the world, of course, there are people in the world that really will never ask for help. Them. That's just the fact. It doesn't matter how many ways that you can say to somebody, if you are willing or so stubborn to not realize that you need help, how can you get help? You won't, because you won't even ask. But one of the things that Jesus also said, if you ask, you shall receive. If you are willing to humble yourself to the Lord, if you're willing to put your best foot forward and be honest when you screw up. It's what the whole parable of the prodigal son is about, isn't it? The young man who basically took his inheritance, squandered it, and basically is now struggling and saying, "Well, I wonder if I go home to my dad, if I at least I can live in the barn and maybe, just get work as a hard hand to re give back what I had taken with me and wasted." And of course, the father, seeing the son came back, was extremely excited. He said, "Quick, we're having a feast tonight. My son is home." Well, his brothers were like, "What are you giving him? All of that. You never gave us anything." He said, but sons, for you have always been with me, but the one that was lost has been found and has come home to me." It's a paraphrasing of the prodigal son, but the whole point is just that. Doesn't mean that God doesn't love to help those who need help. It's when those people come to him in honesty and a contrite heart and says, "Father, Abba, Daddy, I need your help. I'm screwed up. Um, whatever it is you screwed up." In my case, it'd be like, "I screwed up with my weight again, or I screwed up with my misreading something, or I said something wrong that upset somebody's day. Sorry, just be honest about it and just try to fix it." That's one of the reasons why the sacrament of reconciliation in the Catholic Church is so darn important, because it's a way that we can feel through the priest is acting as a representative of Christ when he says, "For I absolve you of your sins." You gotta understand how beautiful that feels. When the point where sometimes we are ready to cry. The point was to say to have the priest to I absolve you, and then even the Father, Son, and the Holy Spirit means, whoa, it's like totally takes the burden off you, because now you have been received a blessing and a forgiveness. Of course, that's something a lot of Protestant churches don't talk about, but even Martin Luther, before he died, was still serving a confession to his parishioners of his Lutheran churches, because they were originally Catholics, and of course he was a priest, and so he did have the ability to give them the sacrament of reconciliation, and it's a blessing thing to have that gift. No, I don't think so. I don't see religion like that at all. In fact, there's a lot of very smart, intelligent people who have said that there's more to um, the world than just science. Take, for example, St. Thomas Aquinas. In his writing in the Summa Theologica, he actually said was obviously there must have been a great mover that made the whole thing work because it's too refined and too perfectly out there in space. Everything is perfectly lined up and perfectly matched. There has been obviously a process that makes it all happen. Let me give you an example, a modern day version of it. Okay, here's this. Talking about the Big Bang Theory. Where did the matter come from that started that? Where did all that matter come from? Okay, it came from some. Obviously, it came from something, right? So somehow the matter of the universe coalesced together into a very tight, dense package. And then, like, someone struck the match to the pilot light. All of a sudden, within a microsecond, poof, the universe came to be. How in the heaven's name did that happen? I don't know. But like St. Thomas Aquinas said in Summa Theologica, there had to be a first mover. There had to be somebody who made it happen. It was not an accident. It was planned. The whole universe is perfectly planned and perfectly aligned. It's like it was a big, specialized, organized construction that was totally planned down to the most minute detail. Think about that. How? I have no clue. I only have a little bit of understanding how, and even that's not even, I can't even fully comprehend it. But I think my lucky stars that I don't have to be the one that has to maintain that system. Let's see. The real is okay. Martin, do you have Discord? I can give you my username if you want to talk. Pop just wants to call in and troll you. Read my comments above Michelle. Yeah, okay. It says here, Michelle, read my comments above. I have to go back up now. Let's get to figure out how to do this. Well, the difference is that these questions are being seen to the public. No. Oh, that's true. Okay, so let me go back here. I miss. Let's see. Says Pop making demands. Michelle exposes you for what you really are, a parasite. May help them guys. Let's go back a little ways here. Let me just start with he Pop feeds up negativity, easy to see and easy to read. Mateo says, love thy neighbor as thyself, Martin. Martin says, Michelle, talk to my spirit guides. Martin the King says, Michelle, ask my spirit guides to talk to these shows. Pop, I don't think your spirit guides really want to get in the middle of this discussion. I really don't. Pop is a parasite on humanity. Unfortunately, more than likely, in non-playable personal character, he fits the bill perfectly. Mateo says, "Hope from God." Let me just move this so you can hear me better. Because right now I don't have the other I don't have the other microphone on here. So just so you can hear. Yeah. All right. So here we go. If anybody complains about my sound quality, I'm going to be more than pissed. All right. So it says here. It says Pop is a parasite humanity. Unfortunately, more likely an NPC. Blah 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 blah. Hope from God should not be confused with Him carrying you through your troubles. He's a guide, not a babysitter. Right, I agree with that part. But of course, as Catholics, we tend to understand that God does give us the ability. He gives us the resources, and it doesn't mean that everybody's totally ready to take on as adults. Unfortunately, God knows that there are people that will never be truly able to be totally adult yet. And okay, FC says, "Pop making demands to Michelle's express you for what you really are, parasite." Metal Chiba sucks. What the fuck is this? It's a show. A mess. It says, yeah, absolutely a mess. So let's go back here further up. Let's see. Religion is for primitive people who cannot think for themselves. As you can see, you're not gonna make it acting like this, Pop. Uh, FC says, Michelle, read my comments about which I just did. Now I'm going to read your comments below so I can get caught up here. Mateo said, Martin, do you have Discord? Yep. So, or at least I'm more current now. Let's see. Michelle, you're doing wonderful tonight. Well, that's because I've had a chance to relax and try to calm down and not worry about freaking out. And that makes it easier for me. Well, let's see how it goes. Let's just see how it goes. I mean, it's this is really more of where I normally excel. This is my topic. This is my this is where I am my best. Is when I have a chance to focus on the things that I love to talk about. When I don't have getting derailed by other people calling in and making things difficult for me. And then I can do great. But when I am in a position where I'm under a lot of stress, and let's be honest, doing the live shows, they can be stressful. But this is where I'm at my best. Is when I got a chance to think things through, and that's the truth. Pop just wants to call and control you on Skype. Just ignore him for the night and let him sink in, sleep on it, because your spirit guide will guide you properly. And she says, I guess she says, can you go back and read me too? I know who it is. Very much. Well, I'll tell you what. Tomorrow we have a live stream. It's going to be at the normal time on Limmy's channel. The link has been posted in my Discord, so you can go to it. The link to this new channel, which isn't really so new, it's been around for about 4 years. It just never got much use. It is also posted on Discord. The link to the new North American snorkeling channel shall also be posted soon on Discord as well. Because we want to try to get more people to be aware of the different channels. Yeah. Pop, okay. I think Michelle and LC are spiritually connected. Yeah, I think we are in a way. We may not necessarily always see eye to eye on everything. But you know what? Just like they say about see, what is your birth sign? Because I'm an Aquarius. What is your birth sign? Pop is a Scorpio. If you're interested to know. I asked over 15 times to call me on Skype. You missed each one. Pop, maybe have you considered a fact is that maybe I don't want to call you on Skype? I already talked to you on Skype. Right now, we have a good contact here. We have a good show going. Don't fuck it up. Please. We did talk to you for a while on Skype. You already had a phone call from me. I got so mad I was ready to hang up on you. Honestly. Because it just doesn't, sometimes it's good to have me on the show, like when it's really slow, but right now it's doing good. I don't need to always have, I'll tell you what, you can have me on your show if you want. That's fine. You can tell me to go fuck off on your show. I won't stop you. It's just, you can do the same thing. You can have a live show like this. You're not limited to that. You have a YouTube channel as well. Why don't you use it? You can create things. You're a smart guy. Why are you not using the skills that you have right in front of you? You'll have this invisible thread. Okay, yes. It's probable. I mean, I'm not going to deny it. I just asked I'm going to say it over. I just asked FC a very important question. I asked him, what is his zodiac sign? Because I'm curious, because I'm an Aquarius. And I don't know anything about FC background. Oh, I've seen his face. I've seen his face. I know what he looks like. So, but our sister side, Capricorn. Capricorn's interesting. According to the piece by the Try Guys, I'll send you a link to that video. I think you'll like it. I love why some people, in fact, people said, why are the Aquarians not getting upset when people are calling them an alien? Calling them aliens. Well, first of all, I'm a star child. First of all, okay? So what? So I'm an alien. Guess what? I'm an alien in a human body. I'm going to be embarrassed about. Seriously. People think I'm out there in left field anyway. Aliens are strange. I mean, Aquarians are strange people. But we are good people, though. A little bizarre, but we're not bad people. It's the way we are by nature. The Try Guys really didn't really think they were that astrological. Yeah, Eugene did it. I will send you a link to it. Mateo, I don't know. Are you on Skype? Because if you are, or what I'll do is I'll send it to FC, the link to that episode, and then he can send it to you. And it's really kind of funny. I think it was meant to be kind of taken as kind of a joke, but kind of lighthearted. Don't take it, read it as dour, serious Presbyterian approach. Just understand that him and this cute girl Allison, and she was kind of cute. Yeah, I don't know what they were talking about the zodiac signs. Just kind of cute. That's like just kind of what they are. It says you're a diamond in the rough, Michelle. Just do you. Forget the trolls. Yeah. And by the way, Eugene is also Capricorn too. I don't know what the woman's Allison sign is, but somehow I think she said she was a Libra. I don't know. I'll send you a link to it. Right now I don't have my phone with me, so it's in the other room because it deep pops pop. I could actually shut it. See, that's something that's funny, interesting. Is what the one thing, the way I get rid of the Facebook Messenger on my phone, is you cannot tell it to shut up at all. If you think and you go on and you click the Do Not Disturb function on your phone, that the app is going to respect that, the answer is no. It actually will still ring your phone, regardless of the time of day. If you then go into your settings on your computer or on your phone and say, block all messages from Facebook, it'll still call you. The only way to get it to be quiet is to remove the app from the phone. It's the same thing with my desktop app on my Facebook, my computer. Same thing. You get rid of it. It's got to delete it. and then you can get your chance to focus on the things you got to do. Hey Michelle, I gig, but really enjoyed the show. You've been lovely, my dear. Have a wonderful night. Absolutely, thank you. Oh, tomorrow we'll be live officially at 1:00. As well as I do that usually that show is more of the main off the wall kind of stuff. So, but we have to change the show a little bit only because the Lummy One does not want to have any more situation with copyright issues on her channel. She said, I'm not dealing with that because I've really, Michelle, she said you shouldn't have even allowed it to happen either. But as long as you're on my channel list, we're going to have to set some ground rules about the music and stuff like that. But that's tomorrow. All right, guys, listen. Thank you, everybody, for watching the show. What's there to defend yourself about? Pop, what is there to defend yourself about? All right, I'll tell you what. I will give you right now. I don't have actually my watch on me. I have my. I honestly, it's 9:23. I will give you until 9:30. 9:30. That's 7 minutes to explain yourself to the audience. So you have 7 minutes to explain everything about yourself to the audience. All right? Well, I'm going to give him 7 minutes to explain his point of view. I think he should have that. Just let him explain himself. Just let him. And then each individual will have to decide how they're going to react to it. No. He's not. Oh, you mean, he wants to do it on Skype. Oh, okay, sure. Absolutely. All right. I can do that. All right. Let me start by getting you on first, FC. And then I'll get Pop on. So I'm going to call FC first, and then we're going to call Pop together. And, yeah, so it's forever conscious. Okay, I got to find FC first. Call FC first. Okay.
Hello?
Okay, now let me go ahead and get Pop on here.
All right, we're ready to go.
Oh, man, I gotta figure out how to do this now.
Yeah, no problem.
There we go. Just go ahead and get FC Pop in here. And then you can talk to us. All right.
Now let's get that lovely human being on the line.
Human being online. Oh, let's see. Theoretically, he's supposedly answering this call. We'll place a call. Hey, okay. It's an Orica merge call. Highway merge calls. Is that this button here? Must be. All right. So.
He left. He left. That's what a wussy is. He left.
Oh, okay.
Martin left because he can't handle the heat in the kitchen because he's a little wuss.
All right.
Hello?
Hey, Martin.
Well, I see him.
Sorry
on
you left,
now.
buddy. Sorry you're such a wuss.
Okay, well, Martin's on here now.
Hello?
Go ahead, Martin.
Okay,
There's a wussy.
first of all, the way I was treated this entire live stream was absolutely fucking disgusting.
You
I
deserve
came,
every minute of it, baby.
I came on, I expressed a fucking opinion, and I got 3 people ganging up on me. You started mocking me with a weird voice, making fun of me, and you moderated all the other people that were defending you, except for me. You didn't moderate me because I had a different point of view, but you moderated the other 2 people. One of them put me on timeouts several times just for
No,
expressing
they
an
didn't. They
opinion.
put you on once by accident. Stop
It
lying.
was
All you do is lie. All you do is lie. You're a little lying little wussy.
Michelle, you're a good person, all right? I've always supported you.
Well,
I
you're a
don't.
bad person, Martin.
Where's Michelle?
Right here.
Michelle, you are.
Bend over and I'll show you.
One at a
You're
time,
being
please.
manipulated by the dark sector against me. These people work for the dark web, and they're manipulating you against me.
I don't
I have
know,
all
Poppers.
of the ev-
But Poppers saying the same. Here's the thing, Pop. They're saying.
Now, I have more to say, and I will finish my statement. These people have said that I will not ascend, and I will not make it to the other side, and that I will have to come back to Earth.
Yeah, they did.
Excuse me, let's get one thing straight. The only person who gets to decide if I make it to the other side or not is Jesus Christ.
Right.
No one else gets
You're
to
on a
decide.
one-way ticket to
Jesus.
reincarnation, baby. You're going to be back here in the physical, and it's going to be miserable.
You don't get to fucking decide. The Bible says.
No,
only
I don't
God-
get to decide. I know. I just know.
No,
That's the
you
difference.
don't know.
Hold on a minute.
Between my spiritual advancement and you are going there. I'm not.
No, you
That's
get to
the
decide
difference.
that. Oh, nope. I rebuke
I'm
your
not
lies.
deciding it.
One
I know.
at a time,
I'm not,
please.
of course
You
I'm
don't
not
know
deciding
shit.
it.
You don't know.
You're
You don't
on your
know.
way, baby. You have no clue where you're going. You have no clue because you're
You
a
don't
little
know-
boy.
No, you
A
don't
little
fucking
boy.
decide nothing. You don't know nothing. It's not your choice to make. There's only the manager
Did I
makes that.
understand it was? Are you even listening to anything? Because it's not my decision. The point is that's where you're going. I'm not the one who decides that. Your actions dictate that that's where you're going because that's what you are. You're a little boy. You're a little wuss. You're a little troll.
I'm bigger than you.
I
You're a
don't
little.
give a damn what you are. You're a wuss. You're a little trolly wuss.
Really? What proof do you have of this whatsoever that I'm a little wuss? I'm braver than you. I'm braver than you.
You are a troll.
It.
Earth troll.
Okay, you need to shut that mouth and listen, because I'm sick of the abuse and the lies. You don't get to decide if I'm going to the others.
Okay.
You don't get to decide where I will go.
Okay.
That is only decided by my creator. You dirty little lie.
I will reiterate again one more time. I don't make any decisions. Michelle doesn't make any decisions. Your actions dictate that that's where you're going because you are a horrible human being.
Excuse me. Can I speak? Because I'm supposed to be the moderator of this thing. So let me.
Of course. After you, Michelle. After you, my dear.
Okay. Let me ask some questions individually to each one of you, and then we'll see where we stand from here. Okay. Now, Martin, you said that FC has no right to judge you.
No, he does have a right to judge me, but he doesn't have a right to decide or to state whether whether he thinks I'm gonna make it or not. He doesn't get to say that because.
But you said he has the right to judge you.
Yes, I do.
But you just said he has the right to judge you.
Don't interrupt. Don't interrupt. Don't
All right,
interrupt.
go ahead.
What he gets to do is give me some constructive criticism. What you were doing was not constructive. It was judgmental and it was a fucking lie. And it's not your place to tell me where I'm going and where I'm not. Only one person gets to decide, and that's Jesus Christ.
And you.
Do you agree with Michelle? Do you agree with me?
Yes, I do agree with you on that. And you also are the one who also, because you also wrote your life chart before you came here. Now, FC, according to your paradigm, you're assuming that Martin has not achieved a certain level of spiritual maturity.
Absolutely, and I think anyone can see that. Sorry, Michelle. Go ahead.
Okay, I just wanted to ask you to clarify how you determine that.
I determine that based on the fact that he's immature and that he is a troll and that he picks on disabled people. You know, you pick on disabled people like a little piece of shit. That's what you do.
Okay, Michelle, hello? Hello?
I'm right here.
Michelle, the only time first of all, I've always supported disabled people, always. I've always been a great supporter to anyone that's suffering. Always in my life. And Jesus Christ can attest that I'm telling the truth. The only time that I've picked or said mean things that I did not mean to say is when I'm angry. And sometimes when I'm angry, my mouth. So that's the only reason I said some harsh things, is because I really got ticked off.
Stop trying to sugarcoat all this bullshit, Martin. All you do is just rank on Michelle constantly like a little troll. All right? So please spare me the indignity routine.
You are a troll, and that's why you're calling everyone else a troll, because the person calling and labeling everyone else is the troll, and that's exactly who you are.
The biggest problem
okay,
with
Martin,
that,
whatever you say, buddy.
Pop, the biggest problem with that argument, the biggest problem with that argument is it doesn't solve anything. Okay, I mean, it just makes it escalates. That makes it worse and worse and worse. I mean, for me, I'm not.
I am the one that's solving everything because I want solutions and peace for all. That I'm the only one promoting the solutions.
Well, I think there are others tonight that were kind of promoting their solutions.
Their solutions are all bullshit, and I'm gonna explain the truth. My solutions are the only one that offer economic, social, spiritual, all in the same basket. I offer free universal health care. I offer housing.
Politician?
Well, I mean, as far as you go, Pop, one of the things that sometimes is that in order to have a dialogue, you have to have two or more viewpoints. If you don't, if everybody in the world all thought the same, did the same things, ate the same food, it would be kind of boring. Okay, it's just a fact.
So I agree with you. This is why your channel is a great channel, because we have constructive and interesting debates. But the problem is there's always 5 people versus me. I'm the one, and then there's 5 people.
Pop, today we had a good show too. You really think about it.
There was 4 people ganging up on me.
Because that's life.
Maybe you need to ask yourself why so many people are ganging up on you, because you are a troll.
Pop, that's the way the real world is. Ask Donald Trump how he feels. He's got things like Schiff and Pelosi and all the Democrats ganging up on him.
Trump is one of the greatest socialists that I know. and he may not realize it, but
one of the things that he will also tell you is, Pop, is sometimes you gotta basically just.
God bless President Trump.
You sometimes you gotta.
Can talk. Okay, I support him because I think he is one of the greatest socialists of our times. He is against free market economy, and so are the socialists. He is in agreement with the main teaching of socialism, which is against the free market on taxing foreign products. That's the same thing that's used in Cuba and other socialist countries. So he is a socialist.
Did Pop just talk?
Okay, so what do you think, FC? Do you see Donald Trump as a socialist?
No, Michelle. I just think he's just trolling the hell out of you, Michelle. That's all. He's not a socialist. Come on now.
Excuse me, I know world history way better than your fucking ass does.
Oh, wait. Let's just.
I'm a person way educated than your kids will ever be.
All right, wait a minute. Let's not go there, guys. Let's not go there.
Your entire
All
family.
right, let me just read this before it gets into the too crazy to believe category. Okay, now would both of you agree that, like Donald Trump, I believe he's a moderate. I don't think he's strictly to the right, and I don't see him strictly to the left. I see him as
agree with you. I agree with you. I totally agree with you.
What do you think, FC? Am I right or not?
Michelle, I think you're right.
Yeah,
even though
Michelle,
I've seen
that
this.
sounds about right.
Michelle, I think you are right. I absolutely agree with you.
I mean, there's things that we can see
I
with
believe
the
in the
left that are
left-right
good.
paradigm. I think it's so wonderful. It's the best thing that's ever happened to humankind.
Who's the best thing that ever happened?
What's that?
The left-right paradigm is the best thing that's ever happened to man. It really is. I mean, it's just amazing. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. The light at the end of the tunnel ends with Donald Trump.
I think that's a retarded thing you just said, and you really need to go read a fucking book, you dumbass.
No, I don't like to read books. I'm not capable of reading books. I'm sorry, Pop. Sorry.
So you're calling me dumb yet you don't even fucking read. I read books every day.
All right, guys, let's not go there, please.
Sorry.
Okay, let's just try to keep this civil. Because I don't want to. We had an excellent night. Let's not mess it up. We've had an excellent night tonight. So let's just keep this thing on a halfway decent, even keel show. I know I originally said.
Do that.
All right,
we can't do that when we're dealing with uneducated, retarded fucks who don't know how to read.
This is true, Pop. I absolutely agree. When we're dealing with uneducated tards, you're right. It's very difficult.
You can't fucking read.
I'm sorry. I know. I just had a bad education as a child. I can't read. I'm sorry.
You can always
read. I can't type.
What? Why don't you go back to school?
Pop, are you willing to teach me literacy, please?
Depending on how much you pay me.
I can't pay you because I'm broke, Pop.
Well, that's
Pop,
why
please help me. Please, Pop. Poppy, I want to read, Poppy.
Okay, you know what? This person is blocked them. Michelle blocked this person. They're obviously being a troll. Remove them from your page forever.
I know. It's just
forever conscious. I can't be removed forever.
All right.
Forever retarded is what you are.
Let's just do it.
Please don't call me retarded, Pop. That's really not right. I may have to report you for hate crimes.
You may have what?
I may have to report you for hate crimes, Pop.
No, wait. No, guys, come on. Wait a minute.
I have lawyers.
So I'm like, wait a minute.
What type of lawyers
guys,
can you
let's
afford,
keep this civil because I don't want to go through this every day. Witness, we had a good show. We did pop to
So
get.
I don't have the energy in me to deal with stupid fucks who can't read. I'm sorry. Like Forever Retarded channel. Can't fucking read. Knows nothing about anything. Spreads slime out of his ass. I can't fucking deal with that. Hello?
I'm right here. We're here.
His channel is constructive. Let's talk about the Forever Consciousness Stupidity channel. It's
All right,
nothing.
wait. Before we start name calling, you certainly can speak your opinion about his channel if you want. But let's not start with the name calling, okay? Let's try to keep this somewhat sincere. You have an opinion about his channel. You may speak his
Okay,
opinion.
I get it. So, Forever Consciousness. What is the Forever Consciousness all about? It's about focusing on the negativity, and the negativity. There is no solution.
Yes.
He bashed.
It's the negativity. Yes.
He bashes the law of attraction. He bashed Abraham Hicks. He bashes Father Yahweh and Mother Asna and all the other light workers and light creators. He bashes all of them. He bashed all the saints and angels in heaven. He bashes Abraham Hicks.
I bash people who just are. I bash Abraham Hicks, who's all about the money. You bet I do. You bet I do, baby. You bet I go after the people. You bet I go after the people who are just slime on YouTube.
Okay, I've let you talk long enough. Now, why? Okay, this is my next question. Why do you bash Asna and Yahweh then? Are they about the money too?
I don't bash them at all. I don't necessarily believe it's definitely like, I don't. Did you ask me a question or not?
I've heard you say that they're dark or that they're doing bad.
I don't know where the hell you came up with that. All I said is that it's necessary. It's not necessarily in the right direction. It's not necessarily the correct way of thinking. I'm not saying it's definitely true, but what I am saying is that it's possible that it's a misguided conception. That's all I'm saying.
Right. Because according to your way of thinking, there is no positive. There is no God. There is no creator. All the light workers are corrupt.
All right. Yep. I don't know where you get that from.
You believe that all the light workers are corrupt.
Yeah, I believe the light worker that you follow on YouTube that begs for money is corrupt. Yeah, I do. Yeah, that's who I believe is corrupt.
For money. She's not on YouTube.
Yeah, she never asks for money. Yes, she does. She asks for money all the time. What the hell are you talking about?
She writes.
She got all her little Patreon. She got this. She's got that. She got merchandising. Cut the crap.
So what's wrong with merchandise? I sell merchandise too.
All right. So you just told me she didn't sell stuff. Now you're saying she does, and what's wrong with that? So you're just
a
liar.
She doesn't.
You're just caught out. You're just a little piece of trash.
You're incriminating me and misconstruing my word.
I'm putting your words to task. That's what I'm doing.
You're
a liar, manipulator, and a troll.
All I was trying to say is that she's not only focused on the money, but she wants
to see the world. You just said that she doesn't take. No. You just said she doesn't take money at all. That's what you just said.
No, she's not.
No. Why don't you just? She doesn't take money at all on her sites. That's what you said.
You're focusing on the wrong details and you're missing the key point.
Yeah. Okay. Sure. No, you're missing the key point.
Listening to the group, I'm moderating it too.
Bastard.
Okay, brings me to my next topic. Have you ever been to a communist country?
What does that matter?
Because if you haven't, then how do you know it's bad? Huh? Have you ever even fucking...
Because you know, if you live in a communist country and if you go visit a communist country as a tourist, they're going to show you what you want to see.
No, because
are you with communism or are you just out to lunch? That's what they want you to see. They put up a facade, so you say, "Oh my God, it's amazing! It looks like everything's perfect here."
My mother's boyfriend lives in Cuba. I've been inside the actual country of Cuba and seen how they live, person to person, and they might not.
Poverty. They live in poverty.
They have a little bit of poverty, yes.
A little bit, no. Whole countries full of poverty, except parts of Havana, which are for the elite. All right.
Yes, but they are doing better than all the other Caribbean countries.
What are you talking about? You're bringing up Cuba. What does the other countries have to do with it? We're talking about Cuba, not bringing up the country.
They're doing better than the other countries.
You're just a troll. You're just a troll.
No, let me fucking finish my. Don't interrupt.
What is there? There's no need to finish because you already.
Manners.
FC, let him finish.
First of all, when have I ever called you a troll? Other than in response to you calling me a troll.
Many times.
If you're always calling me a troll, maybe it's because deep down on the inside, you think that you're a troll and you're just projecting your inner.
All right. Okay. Thank you. Thank you for bringing me to light, Martin. All right, Michelle, I think it's time that we have a meditation. We all sit down and close our eyes.
I'm gonna lead this meditation.
Let me ask you a question. People of peace. I have a question for you. Did you watch that video I sent you last night from the Try Guys? Because what he said about Scorpio, you're showing it perfectly what he's saying about Scorpio.
You're focusing on the wrong detail. Are you fucking stupid? You're focusing on the wrong.
You hear that, Michelle? You hear that, Michelle? He just called you fucking stupid.
I know. I heard him call
you.
I heard him.
I said, "Are you?" I said, "Are you
just called you fucking stupid, Michelle." That's what trolls say.
No,
I heard what he said. I heard what he said. Okay.
I said, "Are you stupid or are you smart?" Because if you're smart, you will not.
No. And here he goes lying. She's got a transcript of what you said. You're just a lying little conniving little slimy bastard.
Well, it's not exactly perfect, the transcript, but
I am giving her a compliment. You are smart, absolutely, and this is your chance to prove your smartness. Are you going to focus on the fact that I'm a Scorpio? Or are you going to focus on the correct details, such as my arguments? You can prove how smart you are.
Here's the thing that's interesting, because, I mean, until I saw that video last night, I never really gave it much thought about the different zodiac signs. Okay,
let me talk. I think you're one of the most educated people, and I want to hear what you have to say about that video. So go on and speak, because I want to be humble and listen to what you have to say. No problem.
All right.
You
can you read? Can you read okay? Are you able to read okay?
Yes.
All right. Can you please teach me how to read?
Sure. There are schools. Go to school. Go to school.
I can't, Pop. I can't afford it. I need your assistance.
It's free.
Please, Pop.
School is free.
Pop, I thought you were my savior. Jesus Christ would want you to help me to read, right?
No, he wouldn't. There are.
No, he wouldn't. What?
Okay, if somebody's suffering from a disease, do I help them? Do I send them to the doctor? You send them to the doctor. So I'm sending you to school.
Even though you're capable of doing a good deed on behalf of our Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ, you can teach me how to read, but yet you want to send me to a doctor to read?
Okay, are you mentally ill? Do you need psychological help? Because clearly you are.
Excuse me, Pop. Listen to me.
Can you please help me, Pop?
Excuse me. My turn. Pop. Let's be honest. Every one of us here, and I mean all of us, all see the world in the spiritual realm differently. There's no
we
nobody.
don't.
No, excuse me. I'm being honest here. Nobody is strictly right. It's just how we each individually interpret what we
Absolutely.
know of the deep down of the spiritual plane. Okay, it's just the way it is. I mean, there's even a religion called the Church of the Flying Spaghetti Monster. Believe it or not. I mean, you can't make that stuff if you believe it. But
Okay, can I talk? You missed the point. The point is that Forever Consciousness has publicly said he does not believe in organized religion.
I don't believe in strictly organized religion either.
Can I finish my statement? Or are you gonna fucking interrupt?
Go ahead. Finish it.
Pop, why don't you be a little kinder, Michelle? Why are you swearing at her?
Okay, because
she doesn't deserve to be swearing at like that. That's pretty rude of you.
Please.
Look,
I'm
okay, go ahead, Pop. I'm sorry.
Thank you for the apology, and I accept it. Now, Forever Consciousness has always been against organized religion. My main question is this: why is he pretending to be a believer in JC all of the sudden tonight? Believe in JC? No, you don't. You're saying that to troll me and to poke fun of my religion because
all I'm doing is I'm just putting your beliefs to task, and obviously you don't care.
But they're not your beliefs, so you don't have a right to speak.
Okay.
What do you mean I don't have a right to speak? I'm asking you to live what you preach. If you preach the Lord, our Savior,
excuse me,
you preach the Lord, our Savior, Jesus Christ, and I ask you to teach me English and teach me how to read. And why don't you do so?
Okay,
I'm not. That doesn't mean
because I don't have the ability.
I got some questions for the both of you. Please allow me to ask the questions because I'm supposed to be modding this thing, so I want to keep this thing from getting too out of control. All right.
Right.
Now,
thank you, Michelle. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Michelle. That's very kind of you.
FC. Just my question is regarding what the allegation against you by people of faith that he says that you do not believe in organized religions and organized religion dogma, but you do believe in Christianity, correct?
I'm sorry. Say that again, Michelle. I don't believe in organized religion. But
you don't. As I understand it, you do not believe in organized religious dogma. That is the forms that all churches use, the lip service, if you will. But you do believe, of course, in the teachings of Christ. Yes or no?
Here's what I believe. I believe in basically, if you had to nail me down to a religion, I would believe more in Buddhist philosophy than anything else. That's basically where I stand. And even then, I don't believe in any sort of organized religion. I think organized religion is toxic to humanity. That's my belief.
Right.
I think it's done more harm than good in overall than anything else.
Organized religion, in the way I see it, is kind of like a textbook. And
am I going to get a chance to talk?
It's all book of rules and regulations, but it doesn't necessarily directly help the person to receive salvation. However, as a Roman Catholic,
which didn't help your cat receive salvation.
But as a Catholic, I tend to kind of more or less fall in the middle because
troll. You're such an asshole.
Because I believe in that, even though the dogma of the church isn't necessarily going to work for everyone, I do believe that the dogma does exist for a reason. But some people will eventually transcend that dogma and want to go further in the development. I happen to be one of the people who has chosen to go further, but I do not necessarily see organized religion as a fun plan. But I'm not, to speak. I don't. My viewpoint is not necessarily what everybody else believes, but that's okay. because I'm not trying to say that my viewpoint is the right way to, or the right path. It just is the way I see it. Okay, I'm done.
Is it my turn?
Whoever wants to be next, I guess it'll be you.
All right, now I'm gonna take my turn because I've waited long enough. I think that I am on the right path because I transcend all religions and dogmas. I am above religion and dogma. I think that every religion is true in its own way. And even though I transcend religion and dogma, I don't think that dogma is all necessarily bad. I do think that organized religions have done a lot of positivity too, and they have had a lot of teachings that have helped many people and done a lot of good works. But I think that it's time for us to take all the religions and make them work together. So I don't totally agree with dogma, but at the same time I wouldn't say I hate it because there are a lot of great dogmas and great religions out there, such as Christianity, such as Islam, such as Buddhism, such as Hinduism, Judaism. But right, my favorite personal teacher is Rumi from Turkey, but I also like Jesus Christ. But overall, I believe I'm above religion, but I still agree that dogma has done a lot of positive as well. Just that's what I believe. So I agree with everyone.
Isn't Rumi from Sweden?
Rumi from Turkey.
R-U-M-I.
Isn't he Swedish?
He's Turkish.
He's Turkish. So I agree with everyone. I agree with the people who are against religion, but I also agree with the people who support religion because I think religion has had its positives that we cannot deny. Religion has helped improve many lives. But now it's time to transcend religion. But that doesn't mean we should disrespect religion. We can still respect the value of religion while transcending it because we can respect each and every religion. Right, that's what I believe.
Do you respect the Catholic Church and all its glory?
Absolutely, because I don't agree with everything they've done, but I think they have
you
done
do.
more.
So you support, free child molesters. Is that what you're saying?
No, excuse me.
Yes, it is. Come on, be honest, Pop.
Are you gonna let me be honest?
Have you supported all their slavery in the past? How about
Actually,
that?
Pop, it's FC's time. Let him speak, please.
No, it's all right, Michelle. Go ahead. I'll let him take my time. That's all right.
I will be respectful, unlike the others, and I will let him finish his points.
My point is this: do you value what the church is? Do you think the church has done more good than bad? Let's put it that way.
Yes.
As a Roman Catholic,
Well, then you're out of your mind.
I was raised at the Vatican II, as I was taught about the concept of ecumenicalism that Pope John IV tried to institute in the Vatican II Council. And that was one of the things that he wanted to do was to open dialogue among all churches, which is a really good thing.
I think that, yes, the Catholic Church is negative in many ways, and I am against all the dogmas. But at the same time, I think they have done a lot of positive as well, and they've done more good than bad. The Catholic Church is registered as the largest charity in the world. They have helped feed more homeless people than you can imagine.
And they pocket every fucking penny of it.
Look at Saint Mother Teresa. She feeded the sick. She did so much. We have so many great saints who have done.
I'm so glad that you brought her up, Mr. Pop, because you know
She's
what she
one
did.
of my
She let
favorites.
people suffer in those. No. Stop talking for a minute. Because all she did was let people suffer in those homes that she begged money for on TV. and all her little bullshit charities that she had. And guess what? If people are in pain and dying, she said, oh, they need to experience pain in order to get through life, in order to go to the other side. She was a scumbag, an absolute piece of shit.
Well, my question to you is, before you call her a scumbag, what have you done? Who have you helped? Who are you to judge her?
I've done more good than that little twerp has. And then they actually think about giving her sainthood. She's a disgusting human being.
She's one of the
Horrible.
best people that ever existed.
You know what? Why don't you take the time to look into her and actually learn about her? No, you haven't, because you're preaching all the mainstream bullshit. Come on, get a life.
Let me speak. Can I speak? I've looked into everything written about her. I've looked into the positives and the negatives. I've looked into all the claims that have been made against her, and they all turned out to be true. You know how? Because I read her autobiography and watched her life movie where it was all covered. She already addressed those false rumors.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure she did. She addressed them from the grave. Is that what she did? Because none of it came out until after she died.
No, there was rumors against her even when she was alive, actually, if you read her autobiography.
Yeah, there were a few rumors about her hospitals, quote unquote, that she was taking money for. That she was having people who were terminally dying, laying on the floor, dying in pain, and she wouldn't give them medication.
Because she didn't have enough
medication. Shit. What do you mean she didn't have the money? She gave all her money to the church like a good little nun. She didn't put it towards any good cause. She gave it to the church.
Do you know how many people she saved?
I was just
She did so much. She is one of my favorite. And you know what's the most inspiring thing that she did is when the dictator of Albania died, the same dictator who kicked her out of her own homeland, who would not allow her to visit. The dictator's wife asked Mother Teresa to come to the dictator's funeral, and Mother Teresa went back home and she said, I forgive you, and she kissed the dictator's grave, which was the biggest act of mercy she did.
Because that's what she was told to do. That's what she was told to do.
No, she wasn't told. She wanted to do it.
That's what she was told to do.
She wasn't told. She chose to do it.
She does not work for herself. She works for the church.
Mr. Smarty Pants.
Scumbag. He was an absolute menace on society.
Mr. Smarty Pants. Mr. Smarty Pants. Let me remind you that the church was against her originally. They actually wanted to have an exorcism on her, and they thought she was evil originally. So she went against the church because she wanted to work with the Hindus and with the other faiths to build balance. So she did not obey the church. That's a lie. She did whatever she wanted, and she made them bow down to her, if anything.
Oh, yeah. I'm sure she did, yeah. Just like Katy Perry. Katy Perry had those nuns killed so she could buy her house. That's what a disgusting human being she was. I mean, please. The church is vile.
Here's the question. What about Katy Perry?
It doesn't matter, Pop. It really doesn't matter.
Here's my question to you.
Look up Katy Perry. Look up Katy Perry and the nuns. That's all you got to know.
Was Katy Perry good or bad? What did Katy Perry do?
What do you mean? She basically stole some nuns' homes. It was a beautiful house in, I believe, somewhere in the outskirts of Los Angeles or Malibu. And basically, she stole the home.
Mother Teresa.
It has nothing to do with it. I'm just saying it's the trend that the church sets.
Guys, I'll be right back. I gotta use the bathroom, so just talk amongst
yourself. I'm about
yourself.
to probably wrap this up anyway, so I'm all right. I gotta go.
So FC, why are you being a wuss all of a sudden? You're being a fucking wuss.
I am a Was I know? I'm sorry.
So my question to you is, why did she? How is it a trend when? Are you on? Okay, what you just
Just
said,
giving
Katy
you an
Perry,
example. Just giving you another example. That's all I'm saying. I'm not.
and you're
It has nothing to
absolutely
do with
right.
Mother Teresa, but it has to
You're
do with the same
absolutely
church
right.
and the same clergy. That's all I'm saying.
You're absolutely right, because those nuns were abused by Katy Perry. I know they were. So you're on the side of them.
Well, at least you gave me a good laugh at the end, Pop. I'll give you that.
Now, here's my question to you. Have you actually watched the Mother Teresa movie and read her book? Have you actually
Why
done
would I read propaganda? If it's on
so you can
TV and it's
see
in
its
some
point of
book
view?
from the church, you really think it's going to be the real story?
It's
No,
not
I
from the
read
church. She
I
wrote
read
it herself.
accounts from him. Huh?
She wrote it herself.
Of course she did, because that's what she wants you to hear.
So why don't you see her point of view? Maybe she's right.
No,
How do you know?
I see family members who come to task after the point and bring up wrongdoings that her and her organization had done against their family members, their dying family members, who were on the floor, dying of terminal cancer or God knows what. And they were on a little mat on a dirty floor, and they weren't even given like water or medication to make the pain easier or anything. They were
Because
basic or
pain
food.
helps us. Pain helps us, and she wanted to help their souls.
There you go. So you're a Mother Teresa lover. There you go. So there you go. You just proved. You just said it perfectly.
She didn't have.
Exactly what she said. That's exactly what she said. Exactly.
She was one of the greatest humanitarians.
No, she was amazing. I know. She was God bless her soul.
Look at Fidel Castro. He was another great one. Look how much he did for Cuba.
Yes, good old Uncle Fidel. How about Uncle Adolf?
No, because Adolf is right wing. He is false.
Oh no, Adolf is our brother. We love Adolf.
I don't think we can compare Adolf
We
to
love
Fidel.
our brother Fidel. We love them all. If we're gonna love one, we gotta love them all.
Oh, we went from 3 lakes to 2 lakes.
That would be the right. That would be the right way
Michelle.
to Jesus Christ, right?
Michelle.
What?
Michelle. Michelle.
What?
Michelle. Did you hear my question to FC? I asked him if he read the autobiography and watched the movie about Mother Teresa, and he said no. So that means has he actually looked into what she actually said, or is he just listening to rumors? Has he actually read her autobiography like I have?
However, Pop, let's not forget that sometimes Hollywood does dramatize things a little bit more to increase ticket sales.
Excuse me, that's a retarded statement, because her
No,
movie.
it's not, Pop. I mean, look.
Can I finish? Her movie was not created by Hollywood. It was created by Italian TV network.
The Italian Lifetime Network.
See, Pop, look, let's be honest. Anytime the mainstream media gets involved with anything, it doesn't matter what country they're from.
It wasn't created by mainstream media. It was created by a Catholic-run television.
Okay.
Oh my
so
God.
maybe
So
they're
there's no
trying
way
to be
it
a
would be
little
biased,
less.
right?
Maybe they're trying to be a little bit less biased. Okay.
You're missing the point, and you're defending this dark soul.
Let's not judge people, Pop. Okay, let's not go there. All right.
What I'm trying to say is this. Listen, has he actually read her own? Has he actually watched one of her speeches? Let's ask him that. Have you watched one of her speeches?
Yes, I've seen some of her. Yes, and I've seen a shitload of her commercials growing up, and how little Haji needs penicillin, or little Haji needs some painkillers to make him get through the night because he's dying of some rare cancer. So we're going to take care of him. Yet she has a basically equivalent to like a brothel, basically throwing people on a mat on a floor in a contaminated room when people are dying. Yes. Yes, she was just an amazing human being. She was beautiful. She was beautiful.
Totally
God
false.
bless Mother Teresa. We love
false.
her. She's wonderful.
That's false. That's false. That's false. Did you know that she exposed herself to danger? She went out into the Indian streets all alone.
Oh my God. God bless her. Thank God we have women like her in our lives. Strong women. Stronger together, as Hillary would say.
I want you to go read her autobiography and to watch her movie, and then I want you to debate me and bring.
No, that's all right. I'll pass on that. I'm debating you right now about her.
You can't talk. If you're gonna pass on that, you have no right to speak because you have not watched.
I know all about it. I know more than you do. That's all that matters. You think I'm gonna read the biased church biography about her? Or the
Look,
biased,
it's already 10:13 at night, and I'm sure some of us are gonna want to go to sleep sometime.
Yeah, I'm about to go anyways, Michelle. So
bye. I'm going.
Could we do something very awesome? Could we have a follow-up show on this topic next Friday on this channel?
I don't know, Michelle. It's tough to say. I don't know when. I don't know if I'll be available next Friday. It's always just depending on, how things go and with my schedule. But it's been fun either way, and it's been fun. That's all I can say.
What's that now? I didn't quite catch all that.
I said, Michelle, it's been a fun conversation, but I don't know about next Friday. I always take things a day at a time, and I never know what's going on with my schedule. But I appreciate the invite. We could always just play it by ear.
Well, either way, the thing is I did enjoy the show tonight. We originally had 3 likes. Now I got 2 likes. We have 4 people on. You and People of Peace and me and one other person. Maybe 2 other people, I don't know. But I'm sure a lot of people may have some questions that they probably would like to ask. But right now, I don't see any questions coming up. We had a new person come on the show. Gomez, the granny banger, came on tonight, and he wondered who I was. And of course, Evan Proop says Michelle joined the group chat, which I explained to Evan Proof that I am actually just modding it. So I just don't want to. It sounded like it was going good, and I kind of want to keep it that way.
I got to go for now, Michelle. I'm sorry.
What's that?
I said I've got to go for now.
Yeah, so do
but
I.
It's been fun.
So we have, for everybody who wants to know, we will be live tomorrow on Lemmy's channel at 1 o'clock Eastern time. So everybody that's going to watch the show on Lemmy's channel, that's where you find it. And so everybody has watched the show. I hope you enjoyed this. It's not exactly a debut because this isn't the first video I've done here. But the next official debut of the for the North American Snow Queen channel will be probably closer to Yule and maybe, of course, October. So that's Samhain and Yule. And but everybody, I'm glad you all enjoyed the show. Please do subscribe to the channel and click on the bell. And that's important because the way things are, if you receive the notifications, I know they're pain. They clog up your mailbox and they kind of distract you and everything. But the notifications are important because they do give you the ability to know when we're live on this channel. So for now, we'll be live on Lumi's channel tomorrow. And then I think me and Lumi will probably be moving the show back over to my channel or to this channel. And then the North American Snow Queen channel will be where we cover official North American Snow Queen rituals and ceremonies and things like that. So I'll make it easier for everybody. But for now, thank you all for being here. Where's my stupid curse when I'm looking for it? Curses, foil again. There we go. So for now, thank you very much for listening to the show. And I'm going to share the link after. I know it's post live stream, but that's okay. I'm going to share the link out to everybody who missed it so they can subscribe to the channel. Unfortunately, I don't have the little click on the thing to subscribe yet made. I didn't make it yet, but I'm going to work on it. The little thumbnail that you click on to sub to the channel. I'm going to have to work on that. Okay, guys. For right now, have a nice day. Bye-bye. Bye-bye, everybody.